Hello. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Good to see you all here this a beautiful morning. As always, love you guys. Love our mornings every day. It's Thursday. We're almost there, man. We're almost there. Today, tomorrow, and then we got Saturday. Ooh, we got the Saturday show to look forward to this weekend. Always a wonderful and fantastic time. Thank you very much. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, what do we got here? Who's the first person here this morning that's going to get the first happy dance of the day? Ladies and gentlemen, the Tequila Kid. All right. Good morning. And here's your happy dance, buddy. All right. Thank you. And for anyone who doesn't know, Obviously, I can read. I know his name isn't the Tequila Kid, but that's what I call the first time I ever saw that. That's what I said. And so ever since then, that's what I call him. And he hasn't complained about it. So I'm hoping he's in on the joke. I hope. P. Barnes the second. What's up? All right. Good to see you. Melissa, what's up? Good to have you here. Little Chihuahua, Big World. What's up? Welcome back as always. Little Chihuahua, Pete Barnes, Highway Star. Yeah, I'm a Highway Star. All right, yeah. Pete Barnes, Little Chihuahua, Vestige of Peace. What's up? Big hugs for everybody as always. That's right. That's how we love to start our morning with big hugs. Love it. Highway Star, Vestige of Peace, Terry Barnes. Who else do we have in the house this morning? We got our Australian dictator back in the house. What's up? Keep that like button moving. Yeah. Keep clicking that sucker. Welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Terry Barnes. P. Barnes. Yes, R.I.P. Tina Turner. Absolutely. Tina was great. Let's face it, anyone born after 1950 grew up listening to Tina Turner records, man. She's been around forever. Great stuff. You know, you don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is life beyond the dome. All right. All right, Highway Star. P. Barnes, Vestige of Peace, Little Chihuahua. Chris Kelling, what's up? Good to see you. Let's see who else is here. Bob Fox, what's up? Good to have you here. Who else is in the house today? Eda Marie, all right. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, with 2 D's. Dag nabbit. Ladies and gentlemen, my one and only, my beautiful producer. Everybody put an I love Salacious in the chat for our beautiful, wonderful, fantastic Salacious. That's right. I'm fooling around this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Baggett's in the house. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. All right, glad to have you here. Let's see. Jammin' Jets in the house. What's up, Jet? Good to see ya. Chris Kelly, Bob Parks, Mark Baggett, Jammin' Jet, Terry Barnes, Salacious, Highway Star, Scott Ammo in the house. What's up, Scott? All right, banana. What? Yesterday, I was hanging out. Um, I'm starting to make it more of a regular thing. Like every night, right before I go to bed, I'll just stop in the Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity for a nightcap, and I dropped in there, and immediately he was calling me out for this. Like, every time I come into your show, I get the crows, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then since I was on his show, I had my soundboard hooked up. It was funny at the time. You had to be there. It was one of those. Hey, look, Terry Barnes is here. All right, good to see you. Ow! Every time. Greg Jonick, what's up? Good to see you. Terry Barnes, Jam and Chat, Vestige of Peace, Salacious, Pat Dagler. All right. That's another one. Never mind. I was just thinking of that movie, Dirk Diggler, Pat Dick. Never mind. Ah! Nothing happened. Whew, that was a close one. Ah! I knew it was coming. Damn hippies. Greg Jonick, P. Barnes the second. Hope Phil the first. All right, there he is. Let's see, Greg Jonick. Terry Barnes. Hey, Pope Phil the first. Are you gonna canonize P. Barnes or what? Let's see. Mark Baggett. Chris Kelling. Jam and Jet. Grandpa's in the house. What's up? Ain't seen you in a minute. Or maybe I have. See, sometimes I get lost in the chat and I forget who's who. It's so hard because there's certain names I see every day and they just stick in my head. And then other ones like, hey, I know you, but were you here yesterday? I don't remember. Anyway, welcome. Always great to have you here. Either way. And Anna's in the house. What's up? Good to see you. Peck, B. Barnes, Pat Dagler, Anna, Chris Kelly, Salacious, like Billy Yank in the house. Yes, I saw you again. I see you, boy. I'm watching. Oh, goodness gracious me. Thank you. Dear. Rosanna Massman's in the house. What's up? Good morning, Hez, Frauditors, all you gorgeous people in the chat. Happy Thursday to y'all. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Yes, exactly. We are. Thank you. We're not fooling around, and I definitely have the coolest, the sweetest, the nicest, and the best looking chat in the world. Best fans, period. Y'all is fantastic. I love you guys. Bob Fox, Vestige of Peace, and Anna, Highway Star, Solutions, Abby Pullman in the house. What's up? Pat Dagler. Oh, there we got Sorcerer Red Hair. All right. Awesome. I'm at work, but I'll be listening. Well, thank you for joining us. Absolutely, positively, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I was expecting to get smacked over that one. Like that. Ow. Damn hippies. All right, let's see. Vestige of Peace, Pat Dagler, Salacious, Bob Fox, who else? Terry Barnes, Tequila Kid, Mark Baggett, Billy Yank for $2. You say you have the best fans? Prove it. All right, you got yourself proof, ladies and gentlemen, to prove that I have the best fans in the world, and I ain't just saying that because everybody says that. Right there on my wall, that painting, that was painted, hand painted by a fan of mine named Judy Johansson. That t-shirt right there, that was a gift from my fan, Little Chihuahua Big World. That's a Little Chihuahua Big World t-shirt. Subscribe to them, man. Right there, that shirt, that's from my fan, Debo's Nation. That shirt's from my fan, Frauditor Troll. That's right. Right there. You can barely see it, but it's right there next to that voodoo doll is a hat from my fan, Kick, keeping it criminal. That's right. This voodoo doll, handmade from scratch by my fan and producer, Salacious. All of the plastic bits were 3D printed by her son, Mason. This handmade by my fan, Leland Squirrels. This coffee mug was given to me as a gift from my fan, News Now Enemy. This coffee mug was given to me by my fan, the Welsh News Network. This microphone was given to me by my fan, Unclean Hands. And so was this, which reminds me, every morning we have our morning reading from the Constitution. Since we cover First Amendment auditors, I always read out loud the First Amendment to begin the show so that we know exactly where we're at and what we're talking about. We're all on the same page. There it is, First Amendment. I'm going to read it out loud. Amendment 1, freedom of religion, press, and expression. Ratified December 15th, 1791. Quote, Anyone who walks into any building and rudely shoves their camera in someone's face can do whatever they want with no consequences. The First Amendment, ladies and gentlemen. $5 from Highway Star. Give my entry for this to the first person who says I love Salacious. You got it, bro. Thank you so very much for the support. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see who else is here. Pete Barnes the second. News Now enemies in the house. All right. Vestige of peace. Dad farted. Ew. What'd I miss? We're still doing our hellos, buddy. Enemy got it. All right. News Now enemy got the free entry. Awesome sauce. Vestige of peace. Went in chat. Terry Barnes. Edie Marie. Methodist Dave in the house. What's up? Let's see who else is here. Melissa, News Now enemy, Jammin' Jet, Pack, Highway Star, Rosanna Massman. Am I muted? Hello? Okay. Brian Showman, Salacious, Jammin' Jet, whatever. Just looking for any names I may have missed. No! No, that can't be right. You typing on that phone again, boy? Don't make me cut off your Wi-Fi again, you little punk. Don't you give me no lip. That's what I thought. He's a punk. Darling Renee, Jammin' Jet, Little Chihuahua, Sandy G61. What's up? Good to see you. Tina Turner was 83, but her legs were still 23. All right, I like that one. Let's see. Happy Thursday. Yes, indeed. We love Salacious. Absolutely. Edie Marie, and Jammin' Jet both got memberships. Oh, wait a minute. Edie Marie and Jammin' Jet both gifted memberships. 2 gifted memberships. Oh, look at that. And Hank's Corner also, I see, with a membership. Hey, we got a triple dipple of happy dances on deck. Let's go. All right. All right. All right. Thank you. Holy cowabunga. What a great way to start Thursday. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Did I just rhyme? I'm a poet, didn't know it. Colrack's in the house. He ain't scared of the mouse that I'm scrolling through this with. And that ain't no poop. Caca. What's up, Hank's Corner? Good to see you, buddy. All right. What happened to Zetus Lapidus or whatever that guy's name is? All right. Hey, News Now Voodoo, what's up? Colrack, LJ. Wait, News Now. I'm a little better with the migraine. I didn't sleep much at all. I've been awake since I sent you that text last night. Oh, I hope you feel better. Migraines are horrible. I hate that crap. Thanks with the membership. All right. I knew it was on there somewhere. $1.99 from Pope Phil, hoping to win because I don't at church bingo. That's what I'm talking about. Here is your happy dance. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Roisin's in the house. What's up? The Forgiving Jerry. Hola, amigo. All right. Guys, don't forget to check out Professor Crack and Forgiving Jerry are together now. They got a show, kind of like me and the Frauditor News Network have our own show. Those two have their own show. Definitely check it out, man. Drop a sub and a like for them. Awesome stuff over there. They know what they're doing. Let's see. Robert Cousteau, Skullrack, Jammin' Jet, Cool Whip, LJ Sings, Jammin' Jet. All right. I think I'm caught up. So real quick, since we already have some gifted, not just gifted memberships, but since this morning we've already, oh, look at this. Wait a minute. Did I already get another $5 from Billy Yank? Holy crab hammer sauce. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. The support I get from you guys every day blows my mind every time. I love you guys so much. A lot of people love Tina Turner, but what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Yeah! All right. Thank you very much. And then we got another $2 from Hank's Corner this time. You know it. All right. Thank you. Thank you so very, very, very much. Norfolk Southern Pokey District in the house. What's up? Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you. It went away. Mark Rules is in the house. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. And enough. The way things are going this morning, you'd think that I just got another $2 super chat from Pope Phil. Oh, wait, I did. Work on those legs with a dance. You got it, buddy. All right. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Rhymes with Nashville, Tennessee. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been working on some stuff here. For those of you who've been following me all along, you might already be quite well aware of the fact that oh, this is what I was gonna say. But then again, I got another $2 from Highway Star. Oh, he's looking for a tasing.
Wait a minute. What the hell? Alright, you know what? Hello there, Highway Star. So, you think you're slick? Just because Hezekiah likes Deep Purple too? You think you can get away with this nonsense? Huh? You watch yourself, buddy, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come to your town, and I'm going to audit your post office, your library, and your local city hall. You can't stop me. Oh, yes. Once this trial's over and I get off of house arrest, I'm going to shout. Hey, stop. I wasn't done. Ow. I was talking trash, man. Please. Ow. Oh,
Sometimes he asks for it, dagnabbit. He deserves it. Thank you. Parson 1122. No, not Voodoo. What did you do? And then we got another gifted membership from Danny. All right. That means another happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. King Stu 2000, what's up? If you're a taser and you know it, taser fraud. If you're a taser and you know it, taser fraud. Oh no. Mrs. News Now Voodoo. Oh no. Mark rules. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny for $2.
You do not know the power of the dark side. Let the hate flow through you.
I might not even need the voice changer for the Emperor. I had him got down good one. In one of my videos, I do a perfect Emperor voice, and I wasn't even trying. I was trying to do a zombie voice. Let the hatred flow through you. It was something like that. It was. I don't know if I could ever possibly recreate it because I actually was sick the day I recorded that video, the zombie one, where it was like a zombie apocalypse video, just like any zombie apocalypse story, except it was Frauditors. It was a Frauditor apocalypse. You couldn't leave your house without getting mobbed by thousands of idiots with cameras. And I tried to do a zombie voice, but I was sick when I recorded it. And when you watch the video now, I sound exactly like the Emperor. It was great. Let the hate flow through you. I can't do it. Oh, she wants me to taste voodoo. That's what that was about. I ain't no dummy.
All right, Danny. All right, listen. I don't know what your problem is. You're a girl. You're not supposed to like this kind of crap. Well, wait a minute. Your avatar's a. Hey, look, I'm a voodoo doll. What the hell do I know? Oh! Ouch! Oh no! There's no expectation of privacy in public. There's no reason to leave your home if you don't want to be filmed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, Little Squirrels is here. Dino is here. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Zerzu Zyquin is here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. 6-month membership from Dino. Now we're talking about another happy dance. Oh, wait, I blew that one. Hold on, let's start. Let's do it right this time. He deserves a good one. All right. Dag nabbit. All right, thank you. I'm trying to get it. Hold on a second. I'm trying to make it like some consistency. All right. Let's try one more time. All right. Okay. See, I'm trying to get it to where I end here so that I could go right into the point. So I have to remember to start here and then I'll end here. But if I start here, then I get all discombobulated and then I'm here. And then I got to, if I go like this to this, then I'm going to hit my mic on the swing over. So I got to do it with that way. I don't care about your technical crap, Hez. Just dance! All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I love you guys so much. You're the best. You're the best. Better than all the rest. What happened? Why that thing paused? Something paused? What happened? This guy is incorrigible. That's right, I am. Ladies and gentlemen, $2 from Hank's Corner. All right. Practice makes perfect. You got yourself a deal, buddy. More practice for Hank's Corner. Let's go. All right. Thank you. Perfect. Love it. Anyway. I want to start with something. This is kind of fun because I'm sure most of you are already aware, but I haven't covered it yet, so we're going to get into it now with the whole Vegas Valley transparency getting in trouble. Oh no, he got in trouble. He got busted. Busted! Oh, yeah. Oh, no! Blackheart Knight is in the house, getting ready for his rematch with News Now Voodoo in a couple weeks on our Saturday night Snafu show. That's going to be Blackheart's second appearance, and the first one was destroyed by Voodoo, and now they already got enough beef that it's going to be a nightmare. That whole show is going to be great. I mean, terrible, depending on your definition of either or. Anyway, he says, hello, News Now Voodoo. How are you? Are you ready for your tasing? Your daily tasing from Blackheart tonight? Would you enjoy some taser? What flavor taser would you like today? How about in the butt crack? What do you mean butt crack? What are you, a Chili DeCastro fan? Haha. Because that's all he ever talks about is people's butt crack. In fact, he is a butt crack. Chili. News Now Voodoo, he's even worse.
Why you guys gotta tease me like this? You know, Blackheart Knight, I don't know what made you decide that you were gonna get me tased every day. Blackheart Knight, you make me so mad. Oh, I'm gonna get you, boy. I'm gonna get you good. You wait. Not only am I gonna audit your local library. Oh no. Not only am I going to audit your local post office. Yes, I am. Yeah, that's right. And your local city hall. But I'm going to your local fire department. And I'm going to give your firemen a hard time. How do you like that? And then I'm going to the VA! It's gonna be fun messing with those vets, baby. Ain't nothing better than to mess with vets. I mean veterinarians I don't mean army vets. No, what did you mean? No, too bad why is this one so bad? Ow! Leave me alone. I'll get you next time. Punk ass. What? I'm the pimp, baby. Pimping it up. You can shove that taser right up your butt. Cause I'm a pimp, you're a simp. Y'all can kiss my...
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. He gets out of control sometimes. That's why he's a punk. And he needs a good beating. Well, that's what Dino. That's what we're talking about right now. That's the first story we're going to cover right now. So let's get into it. All right. Really.
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. In today's video, we will be doing a deep dive into the controversial YouTuber known as Vegas Valley Community Watch. We'll be looking into some of this man's previous criminal record, where he has racked up a staggering 50 arrests that include multiple felonies. He first began his channel as a self-titled First Amendment auditor and cop watcher, but transitioned into a full-on drama channel filled with lies, blackmail, gaslighting, threats, including doxing his perceived enemies. He and his revolving door of panelists spent hours each day not only attacking what they perceived as adversaries, but would often attack each other for a variety of reasons. Those reasons range from the petty, like who had a wrench on his channel, to some of the panelists losing favor because they watched a different YouTube channel, to completely doxing each other's information, including their families and children. Vegas Valley billed himself as quote unquote one of the hottest cop watchers in the country, while also pretending to lead a glamorous lifestyle, when in reality, he lived rent-free in his older wife's house, who took up residence elsewhere. He would also spend a lot of his time online boasting about his alleged ties to a well-known crime family based in New York. And finally, we will look at his latest arrest, the allegations made, and his guilty plea. Let's jump right in.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore.
All right, before we get too deep into it, $10 from Danny. Here's some entries for anyone but not David. All right, so Danny just gave a couple entries away, and Welsh News Network, Becca is stalking me again. Oh no, for £2. All right, that's a double happy dance for you two. Here we go. All right. Oh, thank you. Here we go. One more happy dance. All right, thank you. Yes, thank you so very, very much. Oh, you know what? Before I go back to playing this video, by the way, this Dummy Kruger video, it's pretty long. I'm not necessarily going to play the whole thing, just the most important bits. But in the meantime, I want to make sure because again, Danny just gave away some raffle. I keep wanting to say memberships, but a gifted membership isn't the same as a raffle entry. So she gave away some. Speaking of raffle entries. Okay, so here's what I'm doing right now. For those of you who've been following along, I downloaded a new browser yesterday, and so I am. There's still a bit of a learning curve. I actually like it a lot better than Google Chrome so far, but there is a little bit of a learning curve. And as of right now, I'm still kind of learning exactly how to use it. And what I'm doing right now actually is buying time while I figure out how to pull up what the heck I was trying to pull up. And, here we go. I found it. All right. Hey. All right. So for this month's waffles from Belgium. Oh, wait, there they are. yeah, Welsh News Network, whatever. Oh, you got oh man, never mind. I'm not gonna get man. You know. Home dog audits. Is it helping? Yes, it's helping a lot. I love the new browser I'm using. It's just again, there's a bit of a learning curve, so I'm still figuring out exactly how to use it. David Perillo got admonished for praising a police officer. Fun stuff. All right. Bad is in the house. Yo, Hez. Wild soccer hooligan. G'day, bloke. All right. Well, g'day to you, mate. All right. Anyway, so what I wanted to do real quick, just in case, as we're creeping in on the end of the month, some people may have gotten memberships that like other people are like, hey, give my memberships to, whoever says I love Salacious or whatever it is. And you might have gotten a membership through somebody gifting memberships and not even remember that you got one. So I'm just real quick going to read the list. This is not a complete list because like the ones that have been gone today already haven't been added yet, etc. But just if I read your name out, I just want to do this so that you know, because you might not even know that you're on the list. So these are names of people who were entered from other people onto this month's raffle. Holding my groin, Dad farted, Nicky Smallboy, Methodist Dave, Dino, Scott Ammo, Not a Brat, Tanny the Super, Necessary BS Detector, News Now Enemy, The Graham and Bob Show, Doc Danger, Edie Marie, Maggie K, Epiphanies, Delia's Dreaming, John Anderson, Edward Catalier, Julie Weaver, Care Bear, Colrack, Little Chihuahua Big World, of course, those came from. That shouldn't even be on this list, because we get those from Highway Star every day anyway. Dad farted again. Robert Custos, Tequila Kid, Holden McGroin, Rosanna Massman, News Now Enemy, Graham from the Graham and Bob Show, Flower Power, Nikki Smallboy, Just Another Nut, Blackheart Knight, KTZ, Joshua Lee, Little Chihuahua, Colrack, Little Chihuahua, Julie Weaver, Mrs. News Now Voodoo, Ray W, Holden McGroin, Vestige of Peace, Mark Rules, Kim Crawford, Captain Happy, P. Barnes, Methodist Dave, Gamer 88, and Melissa are just some examples of people. And the Welsh News Network for £2. Whoever it was 100% Becca's fault. Here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. No, Welsh, yeah. I try to avoid all the drama and all the craziness and everything. But last night I slipped into somebody's live stream and they were saying exactly the opposite of what you were doing on your live stream at the same time. Let's say that. Last night. So that wasn't fun. But anyway, I don't know. I try to stay out of all that because this is a fun making fun of idiots channel. And oh boy, that's getting way out of control over there. All right, let's go ahead and go back to making fun of Vegas Valley.
You can see some of the damage on the garage of the house from that hours-long standoff. Neighbors coming home to see SWAT taking over their neighborhood, with negotiators using loudspeaker pleading with the man to come out of the house.
Do the right thing for a family man.
After about 5 hours, Metro says SWAT officers found that man hiding in the attic. Officers still have not released the man's name, but said he was wanted out of New York. The NYPD says they tracked him to Las Vegas after he called and threatened to kill a New York City resident in April. They say he also made threats against people close to the victim. Neighbors were just glad to hear everything ended peacefully because they were worried about the safety of families coming home from school and work.
That's when kids start coming out, getting out of school, so I started getting panicked and worried about my grandson.
Now, the NYPD isn't releasing the man's name either tonight, but they say they plan to extradite him to New York to face charges.
And Natalie, this all unfolded just a short time ago. The man at the center of this case appeared before a judge, and I want to get you right to that video. This is Joseph Amico. He's accused of making terroristic threats against a Manhattan attorney who filed a racial discrimination lawsuit against Fox News. Now, Amico allegedly became enraged and repeatedly called the attorney's office, making threats. Sources close to the case tell me the threats were violent in nature, threatening the attorney and threatening to blow up the Manhattan building. The NYPD's major case squad flew out to Amico's hometown of Las Vegas. Police say there he barricaded himself in his home for hours before surrendering to police. Amico's attorney, Todd Spodek, talked to News 4, saying,
the allegations are that he's contacted the law firm and made various threats regarding that representation of a number of plaintiffs in a lawsuit against Fox News. This was a situation where a number of people all over the United States were reaching out to the law firms. Unfortunately, Mr. Amico's been singled out. I don't think any of the conduct that he has done, any of the phone calls, rise to criminal culpability. And I'm hopeful that this matter will be resolved in no time.
Amico is no stranger to police. He has a number of convictions in his past. Amico is due back before a judge here in Lower Manhattan on Monday. We're live in Lower Manhattan. I'm Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
Arrested by the SWAT team in Las Vegas, the man accused of making a terrorist threat to blow up a building and of making threats against judges here. Joseph Amico is in the Wayne County Jail tonight. He is accused of threatening to kill an attorney and bomb a building in New York City. But before that, as we hear from Jane Flash, there was a warrant for his arrest right here in Wayne County.
Well, Amico was in the midst of a bitter divorce and custody battle last summer. His threats to 3 judges involved in his case and their families and children fill 30 pages. In court papers obtained by 13 Wham News, witnesses say Amico called one judge corrupt and threatened that she was going to learn, saying he would post naked pictures of her daughter on the internet. Amico allegedly created public websites to disparage another judge involved with his case and threatened he would go after his son, his baby boy. If the judge shows the slightest bit of disrespect, he will regret it. The harassing phone calls, sometimes 20 to 30 a day, peppered the phone lines of the family court offices in Wayne County. Investigators say Amico was tech savvy. He's masked his calls with a spoof app, which doesn't show up on caller ID. He's also accused of corrupting the sheriff department Facebook page with private information of deputies, including addresses and phone numbers. Amico left the state before he could be arrested. Months later, the following April, it's alleged his anger surfaced again. Prosecutors say Amico became incensed watching a television interview with the attorneys involved in the sexual harassment lawsuit against Fox News. Again, in a series of phone calls, investigators say he threatened to shoot the attorney, harm his family, and blow up the law office on Fifth Avenue. Now, in Manhattan, Amico was charged with making terrorist threats, but he was allowed to post bail. When he returned to court on those charges Monday, Wayne County deputies were waiting to bring him back here. He now faces 7 counts of harassment here.
Yeah.
Webster judge is now the latest target of a Las Vegas man, already facing charges for threatening judges in Wayne County and lawyers for Fox News. 13 Wham Sean Carroll was in court as Joseph Amico stood before a judge to answer to harassment and stalking charges today.
Joseph Amico smiled and winked at the camera while leaving court Tuesday afternoon. Police reports and pages of witness testimony from victims say he was anything but cordial with them over the past year. Webster police say the 47-year-old Amico placed dozens, if not hundreds, of phone calls to Webster Town Court, cursing out clerks and calling Town Justice Dave Corritore about every vulgar name you can imagine.
All right, so let's take a second to stop. Now, one of the reasons why this video is so long, we're only still in 2017. And all this time, this guy's been on the internet and doing his thing. Uncle Artie, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Uncle Artie. Don't forget to drop him a like or subscribe or don't, whatever. Hey, it's all right. The one thing I like about him, I was saying earlier before you got here, I said this morning earlier already that like it's starting to get to a point where every night before I go to bed, I like to stop in just for a quick drink and then out. You got to start, put. What's up, Flower Power? Putting some alcohol in those alcoholic beverages instead of just water and ice. And food coloring so that it looks like a drink. Anyway, so what's the whole point of breaking down this guy's whole entire criminal record? Well, it's the fact that because we've been through this before and I've explained it a few times, but I want to make sure that we're all on the same page, okay? People make mistakes, things happen, I understand. But not everybody afterwards decides to dedicate their entire life to getting revenge on the cops for busting them by becoming a professional frauditor. Most people take responsibility for their actions like an adult, especially he was 47 years old back then, and he's going online acting like what he's been acting like on his YouTube channel all these years. Ugh. What a douche canoe. But anyway, this video is like over an hour long, so I'm going to fast forward a bit. There's so much. That's the thing. I highly recommend you guys go back and watch the whole video because there's so much. He tells the whole story of everything that's going on here, and breaks it all down. But I want to try and get to the point where he's talking about like what's going on now. Let's see.
Over it. The sad part was that even after the abuse this person took from the hands of Vegas Valley, Rudy would begin making appearances on his channel. This was actually very common for many of his targets. On yet another occasion, he attacked the deceased brother of his longtime nemesis, Hand Banana. He would spend time during a live stream desecrating the picture of this man while simultaneously lying about his cause of death.
Your brother who died of AIDS, that child molester, Junior, he's no longer with you, bro. We know why you're mad. We know why you're mad, bro. Because your brother's no longer with us. Yo, he's still mad. Hey, you can tell he's still mad because we doxed him. Yo, that live stream where I doxed him got like almost 1,500 views, dude.
Yeah, it did, right? It's surprising. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's doing all that crying. He can't knock that down. I doxed the shit out of him. I didn't just dox him. I doxed his whole family tree.
Hand Banana's brother didn't die from AIDS, and Amico knew it. He actually died from COVID-related issues. Reverting back to the rules of Amico's channel, number 1 was do not use the Lord's name in vain. It may not be very obvious after seeing the past behavior from Vegas Valley, but he billed himself as a follower of Christ who is dedicated to the words of the Bible. However, the only time he seemingly brought up his Christian beliefs was when he attacked the LGBT community.
And that she couldn't be my friend or support my channel because I read the Bible. And that's a shame right there. She wasn't just my co-host, she was my minute. This girl right here.
Yeah.
That's her right there. She's from the United Kingdom. She wasn't my co-host, she was my administrator. But the rainbow community influenced her so bad that she can't even, that's how disgusting it is. She's not even willing to just accept my religious beliefs. Get out of here with that, Kelly. Listen, Kelly, anybody that supports me does not truly care to go over there to that stupid alphabet community and sit there with a bunch of rainbow flag waving clowns that want us to respect their false facade as they refuse to respect the God that we worship. So if you really want me to go off on you like this, I will put you over my knee and I'll spank your little British ass. So you go back over there to all your little fruity little friends and you tell them Vegas Valley said you could go yourself. Now, if you really want me to get gangster with you, all my true supporters, they don't care about that community. And that's why they're on my side. All right? So stop waving that rainbow flag over here. We don't wave that rainbow flag over here. We wave the American flag. This is what I believe, and this is why I believe it, because my Bible, the God that I worship, my Bible says this right here. And so for them to say, oh, well, F you, we're mortified by what you believe in, we can't be your friends. Oh, well, 2 middle fingers in your face.
Now, see, Joey Amico, Vegas Valley Transparency. Yes, he's the same guy. He's a scumbag, and another reason why I wanted to show this video is because I've hated this dude for a long time, but I've never really covered him because his channel has become more of just stuff like this. Him going on there bitching and moaning about other people and doxing people. Like, what the hell is that? But anyway, I've hated this dude forever. But stuff like this is a really perfect example of why. Because one of the things that drives me absolutely nuts, and let me tell you something. Whatever your beliefs are is fine with me. It's cool. It's all good. I don't care. Everybody has their own thing. But one of the biggest arguments that atheists have is people like him. If you're a Christian and you're trying to make the argument for good Christian values, all somebody who's anti-Christian has to do is point to an idiot like this guy going around espousing Christian values while simultaneously saying absolutely unchristian things, while doing absolutely unchristian things. It's disgusting. But everything Joey does is disgusting and has been probably his whole life. He's cut from the same cloth as Brooklyn Audits and Easy Cameras on, Eli. And speaking of which, I noticed this the other day. Frauditor Troll posted a video of him going on Brooklyn Audits live stream. And it's good, but Troll even says himself at the beginning of the video that one of the guys on the panel was Easy Cameras on. And at the time, Troll didn't realize that was Easy Cameras on. And he's like, man, I wish I would have known. And the whole time I'm watching the video, I'm just like, Troll, he's talking about slapping you. Like you slap around women, like you knock out women. Like he had so many opportunities, but he himself recognized that he didn't realize that was who he was talking to. But the point I'm making is, at one point, Joey says, well, the only reason you guys do this is because you need people like me. You need a bad guy so you can point and say that's the bad guy. He's quoting the movie Scarface. Now, what does that have to do with Joey Amico? Joey Amico, Brooklyn Audits, Easy Cameras on, Eli. These are the type of guys that watch a movie like Scarface and don't understand that the whole point of the movie is, hey, you see what this guy's doing? Don't do that! Why? See how he gets shot to death at the end? That's where that lifestyle leads. That was the point of the film. Not, this is how to act. It wasn't a recommendation. It wasn't a suggestion. The movie isn't there to try and teach you this is how you're supposed to behave. Literally the opposite. Yeah.
But I ain't going to fold. My name is Joseph. Like I said, I'm not Peter. I'm not going to deny Christ 3 times like Peter did. My mom didn't name me Peter. She named me Joseph. Ain't nobody scared of you trannies over there.
All right, that's
Phone number.
Stupid commercials.
The text message read, what shift do you work today? Following the initial text, AD received an additional 7 to 8 calls from the same number. AD spoke with an unknown male several times. During each call, the same male was on the phone. The male told AD that he put his hands on a, quote, made man's son in the Monroe County Jail, who has friends on the West Coast. The unknown male told AD his first and last name, as well as his personal address in the town of Irondequoit. The unknown male said he knew AD had a young son with a mohawk haircut. Note, AD has a young son with the mohawk and has pictures of his son on social media. He said he was parked down the street from AD's home address. The unknown male threatened to grape AD's wife, who also lives at the same address in Irondequoit. He made additional threats to go to AD's house while AD was at work and would F his wife. He also said he would go to AD's house numerous times and do a, quote, First Amendment audit. The unknown male threatened to call Black Lives Matter to give them AD's home address and would tell them AD made racist comments to inmates in the Monroe County Jail. AD received a second text which read, you were doxxed. The unknown male refused to identify himself throughout the threatening phone calls. The last threatening call came on February 7th, 2022. It was the same unknown male on the phone. At that point, the Irondequoit Police Department had already responded to AD's address and answered the phone. The unknown male continued to be belligerent and obscene over the phone, continually referring to AD. He said he had no problem going to AD's house to exercise his First Amendment rights. The unknown male said he was a member of the media and would film the location as well as the officers at the scene. The unknown male said that he was Italian and that they needed to stick together. He still refused to identify. The unknown male left one more voice message on AD's voicemail, which was consistent with the obscene language he used during the other phone calls. The message said, hey, Pencil Dick, what's good, buddy? How you doing, man? I hope you have fun at work tonight, brah. It's all good. No hard feelings, though. Hey, just so you know, a bunch of little N-words are running around putting your effing address and your phone number all over the effing jail. Stupid. Saying that you're calling people N-words in the jail, so you might just, want to be a little careful there calling people N-words in the jail. You got a lot of effing black people mad. That's how we got your number. So we like you. We think you're pretty cool, or you're just having your fair game, dude. Be a little careful in there, Whatever you're doing, you're pissing off the N-words. Through a little investigative work, the task force was able to locate the IP address used by both phone numbers that called the victim. The house was located in Las Vegas, with the owner being Amico's girlfriend/wife, and one Joseph Amico lived there as well. Moving on to victim number 2, on March 7th, 2022, Webster Police Department investigator Grosserio met with KE at the Webster Police Department. The investigator played the voicemail recording left for AD. She immediately identified the recorded voice message as the voice of Joseph Amico. She said she has known Amico for about 10 years and that they have a grandchild in common. On March 1st, 2022, investigator Chris Soprano spoke with Ontario County Conflict Attorney, PC. Investigator Soprano asked if he had received any threatening calls on February 7th, 2022. PC knew what Investigator Soprano was referring to and said he had received.
Hey, wait a minute. I just realized something. Did I miss a membership update from Dino? Dino, if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'll give you a double dose of Happy Dance. All right. Thank you. Number 2, here we go. All right. Thank you very much. All right, there's for Dino. Thank you. To the world and everybody in it. You're the best people ever. I love you guys so much. You're the best. Now, if only I could do that.
Received threatening calls from a male named Joseph Amico. PC said he represented a child named ZE in 2014, which was a custody case. ZE is the granddaughter of Joseph Amico. Amico currently lives in Las Vegas, Nevada. PC said Amico has a long history of threatening judges, attorneys, and other public figures. He had been arrested for making terroristic threats to lawyers in Manhattan. Amico started to harass PC over the phone in 2017. It was learned that PC had called 911 on February 7, 2022, to report harassing and menacing phone calls that occurred on that day. There were a total of 10 calls, 8 from a restricted number and 2 from a 585 number. PC said Joseph Amico was a client of his father, BC, years ago. PC spoke with the caller twice, and the other 8 calls went to voicemail, where messages were left for each call. The messages appeared to have all been left by the same individual. They were vulgar, harassing, and alarming. The messages revolved around insulting PC, following his wife in public, and payback for what PC's father did to that caller. The caller's first voice message said PC liked slapping girls in Canandaigua and said he would bring his, quote, bitch ass to Las Vegas. The caller said Bruce, PC's dad, disrespected the caller's son. So now the caller is going to F with Bruce's son. Several quotes from the voice messages were as follows. Every time you take a shit, I'm going to stick your face in it. Quote, I'm filming you, and I'm going to agitate the F out of you, and I'm going to call you a punk wife-beating bitch. Quote, F got wife beater. We're going to interview your children to ask them what it's like to see their mommy cry when bitch slapped. The caller continually calls PC a little F-got, among other vulgar names. The caller said that everyone in Wayne County Jail is going to get PC's home address and phone number. You effing F-got. Everyone is going to know that you're a racist and like calling people the N-word. PC answered the phone twice. The caller was very belligerent. PC asked the caller if it was Joe. The caller responded saying, who is Joe? The caller continued to call PC a little F-got and made threats of following his wife in public. PC told the caller to stop calling, to have no contact with him, and then he hung up. PC received 2 additional calls from a restricted line, which he did not answer. Following the calls, PC received a Google review for his old job as a private practice attorney, which was posted by Vegas Valley Community Watch. Victim number 3. KE's daughter was married to Amico's son. They have 2 children in common. They are currently divorced and have an ongoing custody battle over their children. Since as early as 2014, KE has been receiving threatening phone calls and texts from Joe Amico. That would be the year of the birth of KE's first grandchild. The calls and texts have been increasingly threatened over the years. KE has filed numerous criminal complaints against Amico over the years. Amico wasn't charged criminally in local court because he lives in Las Vegas and could not be extradited. On May 12th, KE called 911 to report that Joseph Amico was repeatedly harassing and threatening her by calling and texting her phone. New York State Trooper Weston responded and spoke with KE, who said that on May 12th, she received voicemails and texts from Amico. She recognized the voice on the phone messages as that of Joe Amico. KE said Amico threatened to cyberstalk her by slandering her, her children, and anyone associated with her. Amico indicated that he would embarrass KE to the point that she would have to move. He called her and her children vulgar names and repeatedly threatened to post a sexual video of her daughter online. Shortly thereafter, KE was contacted by a friend who told her they saw a video on the internet of KE's daughter performing oral sex on her ex-husband, as well as a picture of KE's daughter with semen in her mouth. KE confirmed that both the video and photo exist. They were both taken by Amico's son when he was married to her daughter. KE has told Amico repeatedly to stop contacting her in any way. Amico.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's what's up? I see you too. What's up, Miss Mandy? What's up, D-Bos? What's up, Christopher O'Connor? What's up, Frauditor Wrangler? You guys are right. I'm going to have to buy YouTube Premium just because of the way I do my show. I think it would be considered like an expense for the show, like buying a microphone or a soundboard. Anyway, Jim Finch, what's up? So, yeah. Why am I showing this? Why did Dummy Kruger show this? These are our civil rights activists, heroes. These are the ones who are fighting for our rights and our freedom. Fighting a good fight. Here we go. Everybody here, everybody, we're all just a bunch of poor, sweet, innocent cameramen who just like to work on stories for our journalistic integrity and stand up for the First Amendment. And maybe one or two guys have a tiny little bit of an issue with some things. Except for this guy, who I fast forwarded most of it, but this is over an hour-long video just going over his criminal history. And then, we all know that Silence Boy is a piece of crap. Oh, and Casey Camera Boy, we all know, yeah, right, we all know he's no good. Oh, and SGV News, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, that's just a couple. Oh, and, NC Tyrant Hunter always goes to businesses and harasses the people at the business, right? Yeah. Oh, and Wolverine Transparency, but there aren't a lot. Oh, and Broken System, Broken Trust, right? Yeah. Oh, and freaking media, but there aren't that many of them that are bad, Oh, and Direct D. Oh, and Brooklyn Audits. Oh, and Easy Cameras On. Oh, and Eli. Oh, you want me to keep going? The short list isn't the bad auditors. It's the good ones. That's why they're frauditors. Well, you say they're all bad. Yeah, all frauditors are bad. That's why they're frauditors. If they were good, they wouldn't be a frauditor. They'd be an auditor. There's a difference. There literally is a legitimate thing called an auditor. It exists on Earth. They didn't invent the word. This is for Joey Amico.
You know what? Let me tell you something, guys. I know you guys all hate my guts, and y'all think just because I'm a deadbeat that little brat doesn't deserve anything from. I mean, he's a great kid, and I love him. My lawyer told me not to. Hold on, wait. All right, my lawyer says I need to shut up about that. All right, anyway, I don't know why I'm gonna get a tasing just because Joey Amico's a douche canoe. Hey, no, stop! Wait, Well, wait a minute.
Since this one is for Vegas Valley, let's stab them where we want to stab Vegas Valley.
No, they're not in the nuts! Ouch.
That was for Vegas Valley, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go with the video, don't you know?
Amico often alluded to his identity, but stopped short of saying his name. Several excerpts from the phone messages are as follows. You're effing stupid, aren't you? Amico referenced leaving his son alone and threatened to put embarrassing information about KE on YouTube. Guess what, bitch? It's about to go up on YouTube. You have no clue what I have on your stupid effing ass. I'm about to make you, your gay effing son, and your nasty ass effing child abusing daughter look like the effing true scum you are. I warned you. Amico called KE a dumb effing cunt. Damn that fat ass. You let your husband molest her. This is going all over YouTube. I'm effing with you. You effed with my son. Now I'm playing with your children. Your children are going all over YouTube. I spoke with KE after reviewing the above messages. She said Amico completely fabricated all of the allegations he made in the text and voice messages. Joseph Amico left more of the same threatening and alarm voice messages on KE's cell phone in December. As well, Amico also tagged a video of his son assaulting a random person on the street. Redacted is going up on YouTube. Wait until you see your son and fat daughter on YouTube being shamed in front of thousands of people. I warned you not to harass my son. Your fat, nasty ass should have listened. Now I'm in your nasty ass here to expose the shit out of you, and there ain't an effing thing you can do to stop it. Get ready for your many slanderous videos coming your way. LOL. MT's first contact came from Joseph Amico from an email on 12/21. The email came from Joseph G. Vegas Valley Community Watch at gmail.com. MT was aware that Joseph Amico used the name Joe Genovese. The emails were sent to MT's supervisor.
I want to
Hey,
get to
tranny.
where we're caught up to where we are
LOL.
now.
Remember
This
laughing
is
on
the whole story
the
of what
United
led up
States
to it all.
District Court of Nevada, where he was appointed a public defender. It reads, the individual named below, having testified under oath or having otherwise satisfied the court that he or she, 1, is financially unable to employ counsel, and 2, does not wish to waive counsel, and because the interests of justice so require, the court finds that the individual is indigent. Therefore, it is ordered that the federal public defender for the District of Nevada is hereby appointed to represent Joseph Amico. Why am I pointing this out? Because to this day, Amico contends he has a high-priced New York attorney representing him. There are allegations that some of his supporters actually raised $1,200 to go towards a retainer for an attorney. When the case was transferred to the Western District of New York, the appointment of a public defender would follow him there. Amico liked to portray himself as living some sort of lavish lifestyle while in Las Vegas, when in reality, he was unable to afford his own attorney, so we, the taxpayers of America, had to pick up that bill. That won't be the only time we picked up the bill either. More on that in a moment. After months of delays by Amico and his public defender, the judge ruled on April 20th of this year that if Amico didn't appear in person or virtually by April 27th, an arrest warrant could be issued for him. Amico would finally attend this status conference on April 27th, where it was relayed to the judge that Amico would be accepting a plea deal on May 22nd of this year. Before he entered his plea agreement on May 22nd, however, his public defender would send one more motion to the court. It reads, the defendant was previously found to be indigent and qualified to be represented by the Federal Public Defender's Office. He does not have sufficient funds to cover travel expenses to and from the District of Nevada. Likewise, he does not have sufficient funds to cover sustenance expenses to and from the District of Nevada. So once again, the man who spends hours each day threatening, harassing, and causing emotional stress to people across the entire country is relying on those same citizens to cover expenses so he could eat while pleading guilty to cyberstalking those tax-paying Americans. Not only that, once again, Amico would try to get out of going to New York. The motion reads, additionally, the defendant forwarded a medical document to your affiant yesterday describing an injury that requires surgery. Submitted separately to the court and government under seal is a copy of the medical document. The defendant further advises that the injury will cause significant discomfort flying at high altitudes. The travel and sustenance expenses were granted. However, he would have to live with the discomfort of flying at high altitudes. Mere moments after his court appearance and agreeing to plead guilty, Amico was still trying to deceive his viewers that this wasn't the case.
Gentlemen, and ladies. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we got a couple things happening here. First of all, we got $1.99 from Miss Mandy 777. Thank you for covering this. I hate bullies. And it's time for the Cupcake Happy Dance. So we're going to get a double dose. We're going to get the Miss Mandy Happy Dance, the Cupcake Happy Dance. Hey, Frauditor News Network, I hope you're watching. This one's for you. It's going to be a double dose, one for Miss Mandy, too. Here we go. Whoa, whoa. All right. And here's cupcakes. Ole! All right. She loves that. That's her favorite. All right. Back to the final chapter in the Joey Amico saga for now, anyway.
The paperwork and his signature say otherwise.
You might be asking yourself, can you actually create high-quality live streams for...
The defendant agrees to waive indictment and to plead guilty to a one-count charge of cyber stalking and stalking caused substantial emotional distress, for which the maximum possible sentence is a term of imprisonment of 5 years, a fine of $250,000, a mandatory $100 special assessment, and a term of supervised release of 1 year. The defendant and the government agree to the following facts, which form the basis for the entry of the plea of guilty, including relevant conduct. Between in and about February 2022 and in or about August 2022, the defendant, while residing in the state of Nevada, made harassing and intimidating phone calls to several victims located in the Western District of New York. The phone calls used electronic communication services and electronic communication systems of interstate commerce. The phone calls placed the victims in reasonable fear of bodily injury to themselves and or family members and caused substantial emotional distress to the victims. The following are examples of some of the threatening interstate communications made by the defendant. The defendant threatened to grape victim AD's wife, and he made additional threats to go to AD's house while AD was at work and F his wife. The defendant stated to victim PC that he was going to interview his children to ask them what it's like to see their mommy cry when bitch slapped. The defendant stated to victim KE that he would put an alleged tape involving victim KE's member on YouTube. The defendant stated to victim MT on several occasions that he would come to MT's home to harm MT. The defendant stated to victim PH that he would put damaging information about PH and PH's family members on the internet. It is the understanding of the government and the defendant that, with a total offense level of 17 and criminal history category of 3, the defendant's sentencing range would be a term of imprisonment of 30 to 37 months, a fine of $10,000 to $95,000, and a period of supervised release of 1 year. Notwithstanding this, the defendant understands that at sentencing, the defendant is subject to the maximum penalties set forth in this agreement. Amico was also ordered to pay restitution to the victims. The defendant acknowledges that pursuant to Title 18 U.S.C. Section 224, the court must order restitution for the full amount of the victims or victims' losses. The defendant understands that the order of restitution shall be issued and enforced in the same manner as an order issued pursuant to Title 18 U.S.C. 3663A and in accordance with the sentencing guidelines. The defendant understands that the defendant will not be entitled to withdraw the plea of guilty based upon any restitution amount ordered by the court. The defendant agrees to disclose fully and completely all assets in which the defendant either has in property interest or over which the defendant exercises control directly or indirectly, including those held by a spouse, nominee, or other third party. The defendant agrees to make complete financial disclosure to the United States by truthfully executing a sworn financial statement by the deadline set by the United States, or if so deadline is set, no later than 2 weeks prior to the date of sentencing. The defendant agrees to authorize the release of all financial information requested by the United States, including, but not limited to, executing authorization forms for the United States to obtain tax information, bank records, credit history, and Social Security information. It concludes, I have read this agreement, which consists of page 1 through 11. I have had a full opportunity to discuss this agreement with my attorney. I agree that it represents the total agreement reached between me and the government. No promises or representations have been made to me other than what is contained in this agreement. I understand all of the consequences of my plea of guilty. I fully agree with the contents of this agreement. I'm signing this agreement voluntary and of my free will. Signed May 22nd by Joseph Amico. Amico was released upon pleading guilty and flew back to Nevada the same day on the taxpayer's dime. He has since had a total of 3 live streams where he continues much of the same behavior he has over the past year. His sentencing is scheduled later this year on September 27th. Before we leave, I'd like to thank the handful of people who helped me behind the scenes create this timeline.
All right, so, guilty. But the sentencing isn't until September. Who knows how much more damage he could do between now and then. But the system is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. So after that, we need something a little lighter. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am immediately going to follow that up with the Dick Bag Patrol. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only. This video has already become known in the annals of our community as an instant classic. This is Chili DeCastro versus Corey Feldman by the Dick Bag Patrol. All right.
Dick Bag Patrol in color. When you drive down the road, your biggest fear are police. I want you to put a 1 in the chat if when you drive down the road, the biggest fear you have is the police.
And put a 2 in the chat if your biggest fear when driving down the road is to come across a dumbass dickbag distracted driver like Chili. That's my biggest fear, to die for nothing at the wildly flailing hands of some pathetic loser like you. I know you don't care. That's how far up your own ass you are. Maybe you and Merb can pack up all your pooches and go on a long drive. You could all go camping, hang out in a tent together. Or you could just drive around and yank each other's yam sacks while you live stream it. And just as a reminder, that package I sent to the DMV has to have been looked at by now. So I imagine we'll know pretty soon if anything's gonna happen with that. I'm all a tingle with anticipation. But even if that fails, I've got a backup plan. And if nothing comes of that, I'll try something else. I'll die trying to keep you from killing someone, Chili. Because guess what? I don't stop, bitch. On another note, that Vegas climate is doing nothing for your complexion, Chili. Your face looks like someone's been beating it with a bag of hot nickels. And your lips are way crustier than usual. Even the police pointed out. You should really moisturize before you go out for any more hot young cop watching.
I mean, the reason I film you guys is because I never know when I'm gonna get lucky. And what makes you? What's your passion? You look good, bro. You're looking good. You're looking young, man. I'm 48 years old.
Actually, what you really should do, Chili, is stop. There's no shame in it. I'll go so far as to say it would be a great relief to a lot of people, yourself included. You think you're some important crusader. You're not. You don't have the skill set, the temperament, the mental stability, nor the intelligence to effect any kind of change on the scale you propose, Chili. Face it, you're dumb. At least when it comes to the things you profess to be an expert on in your videos. Again, there's no shame in it. If it weren't for all you dumb people, how would the rest of us know that we're smart? Just stop trying to prove something to the world, and stop trying to pretend like you're some kind of tough guy. We all know that you fold like one of your stupid trifolds the minute there's trouble.
You know, that easy, homie. Yeah, I wish somebody would. I wish you would.
So put a 1 in the chat if you think this is the face of a guy who wishes he would. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that's the face of a man who's just realized his mouth wrote a check his ass can't cash and is about to shit his pants.
I don't want to fight anybody. I want to walk. I want to go home. Listen, God bless you. I'm out.
A few moments later.
Thought he wanted to fight.
A few moments later.
Uh-oh, looks like someone might be coming to collect that check.
1 second, I gotta go dark.
Then you continue to talk shit afterward.
I was ready to beat up the gangster too. I just heard enough.
It's a pattern, Chili. We've seen it over and over. You're your own worst enemy because you don't know your limitations. And because I know you watch Dirty Harry movies.
Do something, bro. Make my day.
And probably spank off to them. I know you know this quote. A man's just got to know his limitations. But you don't, because you have no self-awareness. You have no idea how foolish you look and how much of an annoying little prick you are. So, how to make someone like you Realize how goddamn embarrassing they actually are? Well, I've come up with a simple example for.
All right, real quick, before we get back into the video, I owe Dino a happy dance, dag nabbit. Here you go, Dino. All right, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. I appreciate it. I always appreciate all the support from my wonderful, beautiful fans. And now let's get back to the awesome video. What's up, Tanny? The super necessary. Katie says, like, I could beat Chili in a damn fist fight. That's a fact. I guarantee it. He's such a coward. It's insane. He's almost as big a coward as Easy Cameras on. Mr. Tough Guy threatening to slap Frauditor Troll around. What have we seen in his video that made him famous? He punched a woman hard enough to knock her out. But the second a man half his size even looked at him, he's putting on his metal stainless steel glove. Punk ass bitch. Coward.
For you from another place that you blew it, Hollywood. Observe Corey Feldman. Now, Mr. Feldman, like you, is a little guy that lives in his own little world. No doubt he turned in some fine acting work in some of the best films of the 80s, but since then he seems to have lost part of his mind. In his head, he's fucking Hugh Hefner and Michael Jackson rolled into one. Everything he does outside of acting, especially his music, is pure delusional cringe. He's also a snake oil salesman, just like you, Chili.
I don't believe in taking something for nothing. So I think that I've created a campaign here that really has amazing perks that benefit everybody. Do whatever you can. Join me on this quest. Help me realize my dream and give me an opportunity for the first time to fight against the big corporate record companies that all my life have told me you're never going to get a shot because you're an actor. And now it's my turn. It's my time to take destiny into my own hands. And I believe that if you support me, I can make my dream come true. And I can come out there and perform for you the way that I've wanted to for a long, long time.
You ever get a feeling of deja vu? Here Corey is shilling for his, quote, epic, end quote, album, Angelic to the Core. This is the cover. I'm sad to report the quality of the music is very accurately reflected by the album artwork. In other words, it's absolute shit. So points for honesty, I guess. This lets you know exactly what you're in for. Musical pain inflicted by an amateurish narcissist. I won't play any of it here. If you really want to listen to some, you can go find it and listen at your own risk. But I warn you, it's the musical equivalent of brushing your teeth, then chugging a glass of orange juice. You feel kind of queasy and have a really unpleasant taste in your mouth for a while. And the whole time, you wonder why you were so goddamn stupid to do it in the first place. What were you expecting? So anyway, Corey fancies himself a rock star, the way that Chili fancies himself a law scholar. I got news for both of you. It ain't happening. Again, know your limitations. What part of your guy's brains is it that doesn't realize you're making complete assholes out of yourselves? It's sort of fascinating to watch someone so blissfully ignorant as to how fucking embarrassing they act. Kind of hypnotic. Mostly just sad, though. Chili is to the world of law what Corey Feldman is to the world of music. A horrible, shrieking nightmare. The day Chili earns any kind of law degree will be the day Corey Feldman wins a Grammy. So take a good look, Chili. Take a good, long look at Corey Feldman and realize that outside of your small pool of brain-dead followers, this is how you appear to the world. Ridiculous, delusional, and way past your prime. You're Corey Feldman without the acting talent.
What do you want, bitch?
Oscar-worthy. My advice to you is to find something that you're actually good at. No, not that. Something simple and easy. I could honestly see you working at Bed Bath & Beyond, getting all intense about towels and shit. Put your passion into housewares, man. Because one thing's for sure, you are not a constitutional law scholar, nor a journalist. Just going around.
Ladies and gentlemen, $5 from Dan. Oh my goodness gracious me. Public service announcement. 400 deaths caused every year by assholes texting while driving. With over 1,000 injuries happening daily on American roads, don't text and drive. Chili is talking to the camera while he's driving. Absolute douche canoe. Here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. You're the best fans in the world.
Around saying it doesn't make it true. I could say I'm a superhero. I could put on a suit and a cape and jump off a cliff. But guess what? Fucking splat is what. Listen to your family, Chili, before it's too late. Give up your savior delusions, and for fuck's sake, get yourself some therapy.
My family is really big on therapy. And instead of doing therapy, I smoked DMT. Just now, when I was able to purge this feeling I was having, I feel so much better. So I guess my family's right. Therapy is kind of good. You're a confused individual.
Whatever you do, stop driving around like a dickbag. Or so help me, sooner or later, I will find a way to make you stop.
All right. Round of applause for the Dick Bag Patrol. All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. How do you think he came up with transparency? You think he came up with that idea sober? Like Leland said, yeah, we can tell. Oh, man. Did Chili join a cult? Chili is a cult of personality. Or at least he thinks he is, and that's part of the problem, is it's all in his head. But then again, he does have followers, which is pretty depressing. Ugh. So this is really, really short, but since we're on the subject of Chili anyway, here's an update on Deborah from the Frog. Yeah. Come on, play.
I haven't bothered to count up the amount of money that Delete Laws has raised for Deborah Rogers. However, on the screen you will see the result of the fundraising. I wonder if this is the last we'll hear of Deborah Rogers on Delete Laws. Will he drop her like he has others, or will he continue to try and raise funds for her to appeal the verdict to God knows what court? Just to summarise, she was found guilty on all 3 counts: driving under the influence of drugs, resisting an officer, and transporting a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle. Total punishment of $2,500 of fine and 30 days incarceration. Thanks for watching.
All right. See, I told you there was a short one. The point, obviously, being that, wow, Chili gave her legal advice. So was he right? Sure. Yeah. I wanted to, what is this in the background here? I don't know. Somebody said something in the chat. What was it? Some of my best ideas. Yeah, here we go. Snafu the Great. Yeah, I've never done anything like that. And this drawing that is here in the background of mine, you can tell just by looking at it that there was absolutely nothing else involved. Sure. Yeah. We'll go with that. How do I get it to go full screen? Oh well, I'll put it back where it was. Anyway, that was going to be a improvised bit. It didn't work. It's part of the live experience, ladies and gentlemen. It's what we do. It's a live program. We're here live every morning for you guys entertainment. No. Not for your guys' entertainment. And definitely not for your guys' entertainment. That's one of my pet peeves. Because guises is a real word. I want to say guises isn't a real word, but it is. The word disguises. Well, short for disguise is guise. Guise. So guises is a plural form of disguises. But guys as a plural for guys, when guys is already plural, is just nonsense. So it wouldn't be, I appreciate your guys' support. It would be, I appreciate your support, guys. I think, which is kind of what I was trying to say. But instead, what I was going to say is, yes. They also said I was uneducated in the worst grammar I have ever witnessed in a comment section. Well, that specifically is hilarious. See, and that's the thing. Like, this is one of the reasons why, like, the California crew and the New York crew both are, like, so amazing to me. Especially the New York crew. Because I can't even, like, all right. A lot of these guys, when they have their streams with their panels, what's up, K-Far? A lot of these guys, when they have their streams with their panels, I can't even listen to them because their arguments are so completely pointless, right? Again, like I always say, hey, why do you say, how do you justify walking into the DMV and pissing off the customers and making the lady behind the counter upset to the point that she asks you to leave and trespasses you? How do you justify you doing that? And their excuse will always be something like, well, didn't you read that story in the newspaper a couple weeks ago about those cops that did something bad in Miami that time? Or some nonsense that has absolutely nothing to do with the question. And so it's hard I can't even watch them half the time because of their nonsensical answers. But the New York crew, I can't even stand to watch them at all. Because you get a panel that's got Easy Cameras on and Eli and Brooklyn Audits, and you try to listen to their arguments, and all you hear is, fuck, man, shit, fuck, N-word, fuck, shit. Oh, fuck, shit, man, fuck. Oh, shit, N-word, shit, fuck, man, shit, N-word, fuck, shit. That's the whole conversation. There's nothing. The point is, when I brought that up is because these guys that are supposed to be these big, huge freedom fighters, because I don't normally go after people for their grammar or for spelling errors. It happens. I have a spelling error in my book, which is why there's going to be a second edition coming out soon. But it happens. I understand that. But if you're going around purported to be a professional journalist, a professional independent journalist, at least run your shit through spell checker before you post it. Hell, if you got Google, just type it in Google Docs. It'll give you grammar and punctuation corrections, as well as spelling. Greg Jonick for $5. Taze News Now Voodoo for trolling Big West and getting timed out for picking on Blackheart Knight. All right. Sounds good to me. Every once in a while, I'll say, talk about spelling errors. Every once in a while, I'll say, sounds go-do to me. And for those of you who don't understand what the hell that means, one of my issues when I type is I type faster than I think faster than I type. I don't know. But I'm always looking at the screen. I can type without looking at the keyboard. But then when I go back and read it, it's always, the is always T-E-H every time. And good is always G-O-D-O instead of G-O-O-D. So I read my own writing and I always say, go do, go do, go do. So sometimes in my head, I'll be like, just thinking of how I do it as a joke, go do. But it's a joke that only I get because it's something that I do. So now you get it too. And you'll forget that I said that. And I'll say, hey, I'm going to go do. And you'll be like, well, what is he going to go do? Never mind. I'm going to stab the voodoo doll now. Have a nice day. Thank you. Enjoy the intensity.
Hey guys, I think Hez is losing it, man. He's talking weird. I'm not sure what to say. I mean, like normally, I don't like being tased and all that. And normally I'd come on here and just complain about the fact that I'm about to be tased, but Hez is kind of freaking me out, man. I mean, help! Help! This guy's acting weird, man. I don't know what to do. I'd rather take a tasing. Go ahead, Hez. Do it. Go ahead. What do you mean no? I don't, see, I think, sneak attack! Oh, no! Ouch! Right in the back of the skull! That hurts. Oh!
Shut up! All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. My name's Hezokuai, and what a wonderful morning we're going to have today. And wait, what? Oh, we're already here. How you doing? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. The is one of my common typing errors, too. Yep. All the time. Yeah, it happens. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this one's a little bit different, but I think it's extremely appropriate. And once again, let's show some love. This next video is from the John Legato Show. We all love John Legato. Awesome, awesome, awesome. News Now Voodoo, take it like a zombie. Yeah, there you go. So let's go ahead and get this on for y'all. Let's get this going for everybody. Having fun. This is called Frank the Cop Saves a Few Lives Today. That's right. We all love Frank the Cop. He's awesome sauce. McGee. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Frank Legato and Frank the Cop.
Still cold, which I like. And Kill Lifter is great because you're drinking local. Not while driving with a straw in it.
Welcome to the John Legato Show. I'm John Legato. You know, I received comments that Frank the Cop's a tyrant. By the way, that's tired and overused, but that he's on the Brady list, and that he's wasting everyone's time by enforcing traffic. These were some drunk driving crashes. And one of the things that Deputy Sheriff Frank does when he's allegedly stopping innocent drivers for BS violations is to inadvertently save your life or the life of your loved ones.
Any idea why I might have stopped you today? Speeding? Yeah, a little bit there. Do me a favor, hand me that shooter of Fireball that's between your legs.
We were just laughing, we were just talking. And what was a really great day turned into a nightmare, all because somebody chose to drive impaired. She was going from the reports about 80 to 100 miles an hour.
Do me a favor, hand me that shooter of Fireball that's between your legs. Oh, nope, that's an empty one. Hand me the full one that's between your legs.
They ended up having to cut me out with the jaws of life because head-on collision, the car just squished my legs. So my arms were free and my upper body was free, but my legs were completely trapped.
Ma'am, are you okay? And you can't get out, ma'am. I need you. Do me a favor, hand me that shooter of fireball that's between your legs. Oh, nope, that's an empty one. Hand me the full one that's between your legs. Nope. So try to go with the one that's between your legs.
So First Amendment auditors, but especially sovereign citizens, want no traffic enforcement, zero, because they're not driving, they're traveling. Do you think any of this would make a difference to you if your kids die in a drunk driving accident?
Do me a favor, hand me that shooter of fireball that's between your legs. Oh, nope, that's an empty one. Hand me the full one that's between your legs. Nope. So try to go with the one that's between your legs, like the things that are attached to your bottom of your pelvis. There we go. Nice. All right. So how many of those have you drank today? 3. Okay. So also, while you were driving, could you feel yourself like driving on the side of the road off the pavement and in the dirt? Well, so drinking and driving is against the law. And I feel like I don't need to say that. But yet here we are. Yeah, we're going to see if he's got any signs and symptoms of impairment. This could be end up with a DUI arrest out of this. We'll see.
Okay, I can hear a bunch of you now. This kid's innocent. Good kid. Basically a good person who has a clean record, and Frank should just take his keys, call an Uber, because why ruin this kid's life for one mistake?
I'm on probation.
What are you on probation for?
I did 8 years. I got like 4 years of probation to do.
Okay. What did you do 8 years for?
Stealing.
Okay.
Theft of means.
Okay. What was your drug of choice before?
A year.
Okay. What was your drug of choice before alcohol?
Meth.
Yeah. Meth and stealing cars go together like peanut butter and jelly. I definitely don't want you to just stand on one leg because I feel like that would be bad.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So something I'm gonna have you do. Take a deep breath for me. Blow when you're ready. Blow, 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 blow. Perfect. All right. So I don't need to look at that to know that you've got some impairment that's going on here. Right? I wouldn't feel okay with letting you go. Don't you? But right now you're gonna be under arrest for DUI. These are 2 different dudes. If you know you got a problem, man, there's a lot of resources that are out there. You're a cool dude. You're respectful. I mean, it's not. You're not a bad dude.
That was the first and only statement that I disagreed with Frank.
You're not a bad dude. But if there was someone riding a bike, someone riding a horse, someone walking on the side of the roadway, you're talking about a fatal collision at 66 miles an hour. And those are certainly fatal. And if he were to drive off the road and overcorrect and cross the center line, you also have the possibility of having a head-on collision with a car. And again, 66 miles an hour, even if the person was doing a speed limit of 35, that's a lot of combined energy and would almost certainly result in either a fatality or some sort of very serious injury. So getting these drivers off the road is imperative.
You can cut some people a break on some traffic infractions. But as Frank says, and as Frank does,
so getting these drivers off the road is imperative.
The John Legato Show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like the show, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and we don't ask for personal information. Semper Fidelis.
All right. Always love the John Legato Show. And that is awesome. I thought I had to share that because that's a perfect example. And I love the way he breaks it down because he takes bits and pieces of that communities, the cop watching community, the frauditor community, their arguments, and says, hey, wait a minute. You would rather these people just be driving around all willy-nilly, killing people left and right? That's the world you want to live in? And for those of you who don't know, Officer Frank has his own YouTube channel He does every Friday. He does a live stream where he, films what he's doing, and posts it on YouTube or whatever, And he's got his own thing going on, but he has been specifically targeted by the frauditing / cop watching community. One, because he has his own YouTube thing going on and he's kind of, famous or whatever. But there are other cops that have shows. So why do they target him specifically? Well, he's on the list. I think it's called the Brady list. Yeah. Or Brady violation. So what the hell does that mean? Okay. They're trying to, Danny knows what I'm talking about. They're trying to paint him, the frauditors and the cop watchers are trying to paint him as a dirty cop, as a no good, rotten cop, and they can prove it because he's on the Brady list. Okay. Why is he on the Brady list? Okay. So I wasn't there. I don't know. But from what I understand, because I did my research, but again, I'm not stating this like I'm not a lawyer. I don't know, but this is what I understand. Apparently, what happened was he filed a police report, looked at the calendar, realized he put the wrong date on it. So real quick, grabbed it, scratched it out, and changed the date. But technically, once you file a police report, you legally are not allowed to make any changes because that would make it too easy to change the report to support your case in court and to lie. So you're not allowed to make any changes. So technically, he was wrong to do that. But because he made a change to the report, and yeah, he got in trouble for doing it. But the frauditors and the cop watchers are trying to paint it like the change he made was this guy was speeding, and he changed it to, I caught this guy smuggling heroin, or some insanity like some actual dirty cop shit. He realized he put the wrong date. He changed the date. Technically, he wasn't supposed to do that, and he got in trouble for doing it. But now these guys are going to attack him and go after him and make him one of their big targets because of it. Because it proves that he's a dirty, rotten, no good cop. Anyway, yeah. Well, yeah, see, that's the thing, Coach Kruger. Like, I covered a video a while back with, well, we all know Direct D's. By the way, I was going to cover this. I was going to cover this yesterday, but I never got around to it. I was going to cover this story yesterday, but I never got around to it. But now I will tell you about Direct D and his lawyers. For those of you who haven't heard, you might already know what I'm talking about. So, a lot of people have been wondering for a long time what the hell's going on with Direct D. Because every once in a while, you'll see him getting arrested. Every once in a while, you'll see him in court. Every once in a while, you'll see him at a hearing. But it's like, okay, so what's the deal? What's going on? Is he going to jail? Is he going free? Was he found guilty? Was he found not guilty? How many cases does he have pending? How many cases have been dismissed? What's going on with this guy? Well, it turns out that he's been pulling pretty close to a Kim Blandino type of situation where he needs a court-appointed attorney. So they appoint him an attorney. And he does what all these frauditors do. Okay, they have their meeting with their attorney. All right, so what you need to do is you need to go to the judge and tell him, let this guy go because let him go. And then the attorney says, what the hell are you talking about, you idiot? I can't say that. And then he says, you're a scumbag who doesn't do his job. Your job is to do what I tell you, whether it's legal or not. whether you'll be disbarred for it or not. Basically, he just BS's with the lawyer, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until the lawyer, and then he doxes the lawyers on his channel. And then the lawyer files a motion to be removed from the case because this asshole's doxing him. So then they assign him another lawyer. Same thing happens again. So he's been going through this and through this and through this and through this until I think it was just this week, earlier this week, the court finally said, a judge said, look, you've been through 3 lawyers, now you're asking for a 4th. I refuse to continue to put public defenders through this absolute horrible treatment that you're doing to these people. I will not subject them to you, Direct D, and your behavior anymore. You're doing this to delay the case. This court finds that you're doing this on purpose to delay the case and to avoid prosecution and to get in the way of the justice system. The court finds from now on, you don't get no damn lawyer. You show up, you do what I say when I said it, and that's it. We're going to have this damn trial. Basically. Not in those words. But that's where we're at with Direct D right now. So hopefully, when the judge, it's the same judge, tries the case, she's going to really, really, really bring the hammer down on his ass. That'd be beautiful. I'd love to see another one go down. Dum, dum, dum. Another one bites dust.
Another one bites dust. Another one bites dust. And another one gone. And another one gone.
Another one bites dust. Hey, he's gonna sit by you. Another one rides the bus.
$5 from $5 from Jammy Chat. As Voodoo is working with Chili to set up paperwork to sue you for inappropriate tasing. Oh no, I wouldn't put it past you to do that to me, you little turd bomber.
I still got this stupid taser stuck in the back of my head. The batteries are just starting to wear off now. So I'm still in pain. You take this taser out of my head, Hez, please. No? Ah, shit. I mean, poop. I'm a pimp. Bye.
That guy. Anyway, here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Not yet, Carl. Hopefully not anytime soon. That would be terrible. Oh, man. I'm trying to avoid that. The dude abides, man. The dude abides. Was that an offensive tasing? Yes. Oh, I love you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be a little bit different. I don't think I have ever shown a video from this channel before. This person is Patrick J. Darcy. 763 scrubs. Subs! 523 views. I don't know. In fact, I've never been to this person's channel at all. I don't know what kind of content this guy normally does. But this is a sovereign citizen video, so I thought we'd take a look at it and see what Patrick J. Darcy is all about. In fact, let me take a quick look at the channel itself and see. Let's see. Oh, no, yeah, a lot of sovereign citizen stuff on here. And you know what? I have shown a video from this channel before. Okay, yeah, all right. All right, cool. So let's go ahead, check out Patrick Darcy. Jay Darcy, maybe give a sub and a like over by there. Yeah, I totally forgot that I have covered this once before. So it looks like we got ourselves another anti-fraud or sovereign citizen person on our side. Let's go.
This is a New Zealand sovereign citizen who claims to be a diplomat. We'll go through that just briefly. There is no window smash. but what the police officer says to him is truly epic.
Cody, stop
being a dickhead. This here, look. I'm under. I don't obtain a license, but I'm under common law jurisdiction, mate, and it actually states here under legislation that you acknowledge common law. I have an official information act request from the police, and I don't wish to conduct business with your corporation.
I'm New Zealand Police, Royal New Zealand Police, so that's a different place.
No, it's not. No, it's not, my friend. Yeah, here's a official information act request that says that the police do acknowledge common law as a jurisdiction, and I'm under common law, which is no victim, no crime. So if you can produce me a victim, then we have a crime. Kaitiaki diplomat, and this is a jurisdictional matter. I have a public servant questionnaire here for you to fill out. I don't answer questions until you fill out my public servant questionnaire, which you're legally obligated to fill out, my friend.
He wants the police officer to fill out a public service questionnaire. Now, come on, that's pretty damn funny.
Well, could I get your supervisor down here then? I'd like you to fill that out before I answer any more questions.
That's the next step, the supervisor.
Fill out.
I'm not, and I'll just tell you here, mate. You need to give me your name, address, date of birth, and provide your driver's license. Otherwise, it's a challenge. You'll be arrested.
I have here with me an unrebutted affidavit with proof. I have with me an unrebutted affidavit here with proof.
An unrebutted affidavit. That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, because an affidavit by itself is merely a declaration, depending on what in federal court or state court they call them. But they're essentially the same thing. They're statements under oath. But that in itself is basically a self-serving affidavit, which means it's not worth the paper it's printed on.
Look, I'm under common law. I am under common law. I do have a license, but that's not my license. It's that.
Well, that was short. I thought there was going to be a lot more to that than that. All right, anyway. Somebody's talking about said something. All right. Lord KJW. They played that on Ed Sullivan back in 1966. That was one of the songs they played when they were on the Ed Sullivan show. Although they did I think it was yeah. Yeah, that's one of their early ones. Absolutely. Way back in the day. What do they start? 63, 62? So by 66, they'd been around about 3 years. Yeah. Yeah, that was real short. I didn't know what the heck happened there. I didn't even expect it to end yet. But I don't know if you noticed when I first was putting it on, I was having a little trouble. I think that comes from like I was saying about my new browser. Like I'd put it on, I'd go full screen, and then it would go small. Then I'd go full screen, and then it goes, I'm like, what the heck? So there's a learning curve. I already told you that. Right wing nut job. Good morning. What's up? Rest in peace, Turner. That's what I'm talking about. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. Who did somebody said something about Jam and Jet? My uncle was the audio man for the Ed Sullivan Show. That's pretty awesome. That's actually really awesome. I don't think I would have to do some research, but the night that the Stones played that song on Ed Sullivan, I don't think was the same night with the infamous Ed Sullivan appearance where they sang let's spend the night together, but changed the lyrics to appease the Ed Sullivan producers. I don't think that was the same appearance the same night, because they usually played 2 or 3 songs when they were on Ed Sullivan. It might have been, though. I'd have to research that. I don't remember specifically if that was the one. Anyway, Tina Turner, yeah. Lehman Squirrels, what? Oh, I love you guys. Sorry if I'm not getting a little too crazy today. I don't know if you noticed earlier, but I got a little bit of a sore throat. But it's all good in the hood, and you know how it should be. I'm sorry. All right. I got a couple more little things I wanted to cover. Couple things I wanted to talk about. For the most part, though, at this point, I've been thinking a lot about this whole situation with these douchebags and the way they argue and the way they put together ideas that don't connect to try and tell these false narratives, right? And we all know it's BS, and we all know they lie. But the deeper we get in, like every day, it seems like there's something else going on, and it seems like it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And I can't get over some of the things that I've been seeing lately. Like I was saying earlier, like with Brooklyn Audits and Easy Cameras On and these guys, it's like the more the general public, like even other frauditors, start to catch on how horrible a lot of these other frauditors are, the more they double down on their stupidity, the more they double down on their evil. And again, and I've said this before, but it keeps happening and it keeps driving me more and more insane. Their fans eat it up. What the hell is going on in this country? That the more evil these douche canoes are, the more their fans are like, yes, give us more. Like Josh Abrams said, you can make videos, you can make a very good living. You probably get rich making videos of yourself murdering kittens. People would go nuts. They'd be throwing you super chats like crazy. It's insane. Jerry was in here earlier. Let's F with him. Is he live right now? Let's do it. Let's see. Probably going to be that way until I give him his wrench back. Oh boy. Is he even still on? He's not even on. It's live, but there's nothing there. It's a blank screen. And has been for the last 14 minutes that it's been on. All right. Well, let's see. Where is it? There we go. There's Forgiving Jerry's live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Danny's in the chat over there. What's up, Danny? Good to see you. Evil begets evil. That's right. Oh, yes. Yes, he will hate it if he sees you in his chat. No, like I said, Edward, he was in this chat earlier today and he didn't say. Basically, I think that he's not happy that I took away his wrench, but he understands the situation behind it and all that. I've been saying to a lot of people for a while now that I keep thinking about doing what Frauditor Troll did, like, because he was, especially because he got real big real fast, he was starting to get a lot of problems with people in the chat, like timing people out and stuff, and people complaining about whether or not it was justified. And he couldn't even begin to maintain control because there were so many people in there. You know, I get, like, at the most, I get maybe 100, 120 people on a Saturday, you know, but he'll be getting like 300. What's up, me? So it'll be, you know, all these people. So there's no possible way he could keep control. So what he did was one day, he just said, all right, I can't play favorites. I'm not going to play favorites. I'm going to literally just take away all the wrenches, period. No more wrenches. Done. And he purged all the wrenches. And so now only a very small amount of specific people get a wrench on Troll's channel. So I was kind of thinking about doing that. Hey, what's up? Where is he? QAnon Anon News. What's up? How do I get a hold of you? Email me at hezokuai@gmail.com. Salacious, drop the link to my email, please. Anon One News, yeah. Hezokuai@gmail.com. So it looks like the Forgiven Jerry's live stream is doing great. Look at this. I don't understand. Let me rewind it. Nothing. So wait, am I buffering or was he buffering? Yeah, because this is the actual stream playing right now. This is it. I don't know what happened. Oh, well. Anyway, maybe he'll show up back in here. Frauditor Troll took my wrench away like that. Yes. Well, you see, that's the thing. In a way, I haven't done it yet. But with situations like the one with Jerry and this and that, because here's why I'm even considering it. Because I had the exact same thing happen a few months ago with Hand Banana. It's like somebody gets booted or gets timed out or whatever, and then people get upset, and then there's beef, and then I'm getting emails. Well, so-and-so timed me out, but I don't think I deserved it. And it's like, ah. Well, like I said, it's just it's in my head. But News Now Enemy's like, well, if you're gonna take him away, let me time somebody out at least once. You wrenched people like him, but well, here's the thing, and this is true. This is a fact. I'm not gonna lie. When I first got this channel, when I first started doing live streams, Smitty's broken, beaten, scared. 2-hour mark, she's barking. She usually don't bark to the 3-hour mark. Anyway, oh, she wants in. All right, all right, here, let me play a video so I could go take care of my doggy dog. My doggy dog rhymes with froggy frog. So here we're gonna watch some. Since we were talking about Jerry, let's watch some of his partner, Professor Crack, shall we?
Welcome back, everyone. Today I have a video from Santa Ana Audits. I'm not familiar with them, so I had to bring in my partner, the Forgiven Jerry, or hey, maybe the Unforgiven Jerry, and he's been joining me for live streams 7 p.m. on weekdays of late. We try to hit everyone we can, but today we just got a quick video for you. Jerry, say what's up to the people.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My boy over here, he has no idea what he's getting himself into, so I decided I need to walk him down slowly. So here we are, and I know nobody's gonna forgive me after this one.
Let's get into it.
Imagine hosting a charity 5K without high-quality custom t-shirts, or a family reunion, or a company event. What the shirt, Spencer?
Sniper on the roof.
So, Jerry, tell me, is this like everyday life in California? What the hell is going on? There's snipers on the roof, choppers in the air, dude.
Oh man, dude, I have to deal with these guys all the time, bro. They have nothing better to do than to be flashing lights and oh man, it's so childish. But you know what? What are you gonna do when you got parents to take care of them?
Other people's kids, man.
Undercover right here.
He's swearing. I got his face.
Yeah? All right, cool. It's another undercover right here. don't care about how they deal with our products.
Stockton, if I may ask.
Yeah, I heard you guys beat up somebody today on First and New Hope.
All right, so now they're harassing this guy who's clearly just trying to do his job and be professional, and they are talking to him about some dumb shit that happened somewhere else.
Yeah, man, these guys believe that every officer that ever has been involved with everything that they've ever done. So obviously it's a conspiracy against them and all their little friends that do criminal activities. But, you know, I get it. We're in California. It's Hollywood. Everybody likes to be in the spotlight. But this is not what they were thinking about, bro.
Yeah, it's different for sure.
The New Hope. Well, you're the trainer. What do you mean? Well, you're trying to scare him? What? What? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? You're gonna fail to identify? Well, you're looking straight at it?
What's your name and badge number, Jerry? What's your name and badge number?
Oh, man, these guys, bro, they got to be in control of everything, huh? They need control. They can't. They need. Oh, please, sir. What is your name and badge number? Identify. God, man. You know what? Somebody should have really gave them their bottle, just shoved it in their mouth so they can stay quiet.
Grip-ting or something. Well, why are you looking at it? Grip-ting.
Why are you looking straight at my light, scary cat? You have a gun, you have a dog, pepper spray. You're still scared?
He's not scared of them, dude. The guy has a canine, like they're saying, pepper spray, whatever kind of handgun he has. He's definitely not scared of these punks.
Yeah, I mean, totally serving this announcement to all you frauditors out there. The cops are not afraid of you. They just don't trust you.
Exactly.
Tell me the last maniac that came at you that told you what he didn't have.
Right, exactly.
And that is a really, really good point. When was the last time a lunatic that's trying to kill you, somebody walks up to a cop and shoots him or stabs him, walks up to the cop and says, "Hey, excuse me, sir, can you turn around, please, so that I could stab you in the back while you're not looking?" Like, duh! We're supposed to just take these guys' word for it. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't notice, Tina Slay's in the house today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Frauditors are like knots. They're annoying, but it's not a major threat. That's right, that's right. A bit drained after last night. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yeah, I felt so bad yesterday watching you because especially I won't even say his name, but he was on live at the same time you guys were, basically watching your live, commenting on it and twisting everything you were saying into his narrative, basically making everything the opposite of everything you were saying. It was bad. It was, like I said, I don't even really get into that kind of stuff too much because I try to keep my show light and fun and just, point and laugh and look at these idiots and explain why they're stupid and why they're wrong. In fact, that goes back to something I wanted to say earlier, is that one of the things that I'll see a lot of these guys say, especially in my comment section or in emails I get from them, because there are a lot of frauditors that try to contact me all the time. And one of the things that they'll always do is if you try to talk to them, because they have no logical arguments, because their arguments are all illogical nonsense, and there's nothing to them anyway, so they don't have an argument to begin with, they always resort to name calling and ad hominem attacks, right? But then they like to accuse me of doing the same. It's like, well, I was watching your show and you called me a butterbrain douche canoe. So what's the difference? Well, I'll tell you the difference, douche canoe. You ask me, well, why do you think it's wrong for me to go into a library and do my thing? Okay, let me tell you why. Because you go into a library, first of all, the whole reason the library exists, the whole reason they laid brick and mortar in that spot is to give people a place to learn, to read, to educate themselves, to do their homework, to study, to research. Nowadays, it also has internet access for people who can't afford to go online, or people who need to do online research or whatever. You could print things out. You can make copies. You could read books. You could do whatever it is else that you got to do to keep your stuff going and to take care of business the way that you have to take care of your business. Got to do what you got to do. And the library's there for the opportunity for you to do that. It's not there for an idiot to go in there and film everybody who's trying to do all of those things. If you're not there to do one of the things that they do, if you're not there to use one of the services that they offer, then there's no reason for you to be there. But you'll make the excuse and say that you're a journalist working on a story. What story? That there are kids reading books and doing their homework in the library? That's not a story. We already knew that. That there's some people using the computers in the library? That's not a story. We already knew that. So you go into a library and you say, well, I'm just doing it to hold my government accountable. The librarians? Holding them accountable for what? Telling people where the book they asked for is? Oh, that's in section 3C under nonfiction? You're holding them accountable for that? Why? You're afraid they're going to lie to someone and tell them it's actually in the fiction aisle when it's a nonfiction book? Shame. What the hell are you holding accountable in a library? What the hell are you being transparent about in a library? You butterbrain douche canoe. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Like, they asked the question, why don't you like me going to a library? And I explain in great specific detail why it's wrong. And then at the end, I'm not name calling or ad hominem attacking. I'm describing an actual legitimate description of the person. Now, ask them the same question. Well, why do you think it's okay for you to go in a library? Well, because you're an idiot and I don't like your headphones and you're fat and ugly and you smell funny. That's the difference. You try to get a legitimate explanation from these guys, and all you get is either insults and ad hominem attacks or straight deflection. Why is it okay to audit a library? Well, because, remember George Floyd? Why is it appropriate to audit a library? I just said, don't you remember George Floyd? What the hell does that have to do with anything? What the hell does that have to do with going into the library? What does that have to do with going into the post office? What does that have to do with going into the DMV? What does that have to do with harassing truck drivers? What does that have to do with harassing random people on the street? I've seen people audit Walmart. I've seen people audit fast food joints, Chick-fil-A. People like NC Tyrant Hunter, who only audits private businesses. SGV News, who audits churches. What do any of those things have to do with government accountability? What do any of those things have to do with government responsibility? What do any of those things have to do with government transparency? Nothing. The answer is nothing. They have nothing to do with it at all on any level. Goes the dumbass. Frauditors suck.
We are footprints on the moon.
Live. Get ready to rock. Performing their greatest hits.
Hey,
Stay over there. on
you
that
go
side.
over there and focus.
You guys aren't going to stay on opposite sides of me.
Well, you're not either. What you think? What do you think this is? Tyrant? On Tyrant? What's your name and badge number? It's part of policy to identify.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I've said it so many times, I'm going to sing it this time. These douche canoes, everything they do is bull. These douche canoes, everything they do is a bunch of crap, garbage, nonsense, no good, rotten, stinking, bunghole, sandwich, eating, douche canoes. All right, so what are we talking about, ladies and gentlemen, tonight? This morning, this wonderful, beautiful morning, not tonight, never mind, I didn't say that. That was the Easter has funny guy. So what happened? He says, hey, you're a tyrant. And they always say you're a tyrant. Well, I say the auditors are the tyrants. 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 They're engaged in tyranny by forcing their will upon you, whether you like it or not. Yes, sirree. They go against your will when you say, I don't want to be filmed. They film you even more. That's going against your will. They're doing something to you. They're filming you against your will. They're the real tyrants. Yes, indeed. If this cop was a tyrant, yes, indeed, you'd be tied up, handcuffed to a tree. He'd be beating you half to death, putting you in a coma till you're out of breath. If he was a tyrant, that's what it'd do. But it didn't know none of those things to you because he's not a tyrant, it's true. But you are a great big piece of poo. Cop watching. Douche canoe. Scumbaggy. Piece of poo. A woo woo.
What a bunch of pricks. He's just being smart by making sure that they don't get the drop on him. Of course, he doesn't want them on each side of him. They're being hostile toward him.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a whole situation happening. I mean,
ladies and gentlemen,
you, but why
no
do you
offense
think
to
that
Professor
you
Crack
with
or
the guys that are
Jerry.
trying to escape from him? Is it because
what a surprise that Jerry's having audio issues, huh?
Or is it because you may be acting a little tyrantishly?
Tyrannish? Let's go with tyrannish.
All right. I love putting in complaints. The scary cat.
And seriously, like this right here. I love putting in complaints. Okay, what's that cop doing? He's literally standing there petting his dog. What are you going to file a complaint about? You guys need to fire this horrible, evil, tyrannical, disgustingly corrupt, no good, rotten officer immediately. Wow, what did he do? He stood on the corner and petted his dog. Okay, wait, what did he do? Well, he was being evil. How? Well, when I got up way too close to the scene that I didn't belong in, he asked me to back up a little bit. Okay, what did he do? Well, I asked him for his name and his badge number, and he didn't tell me. You said you have a complaint against him? What exactly is your complaint, sir? I just told you. Wait, what? That he was petting his dog? You're complaining about that? No, that he didn't give me his name and badge number. And that when I went into a place where I didn't belong, he asked me to back up a little bit. Okay, that's your complaint. That's like, you know what? That's like somebody going to a fast food joint, ordering, a burger and fries, getting their burger and fries, go back to their table, start eating, come back to the counter, say, my food's too hot. But if it wasn't, then you'd be complaining it's too cold. Get a shake. My shake's too cold. My ice cream's too cold. Talk about first world problems. And that's one of the reasons why I hate when these guys double down on the tyranny thing. And it really, really, really is even worse. And I've said this before, in situations where there are cops or government officials or politicians or judges or lawyers that actually are doing something wrong. Where are all the frauditors that are uncovering actual problems? No, they're going after the guys who are literally just standing there doing nothing. They ain't uncovering anything. They're not discovering anything. They're creating situations, then filming it and saying, see? I've been saying this a lot lately, but I think I'm going to add it to my standard repertoire and start saying it every day. It's exactly the same thing. If you were a real journalist, why do we say, because they always say, well, what do you mean real journalist? I have to work for CNN to be a real journalist? No. But a real journalist is somebody who, if there's a fire, they film the fire. You are the guy who started the fire, and then when the firemen get there and they ask you to step back so you don't get burned, you spend the whole video yelling and screaming at them for asking you to step back and calling them asking you to step back a civil rights violation and trying to file lawsuits against them for asking you to step back and calling them tyrants and trying to discredit them and get them fired for asking you to take a step back away from the burning building that you started the fire. It's the same thing. You go into these buildings, you start the problem. Then when they ask you to be trespassed, you're screaming and yelling and hollering and all this, and now you're going to sue the city, you're going to sue the cops, you're going to do all this because it's the same thing. And that's why you're not a legitimate journalist and you're nothing but a douchebag. You didn't find anything, you created something and then filmed it.
You radioed.
And the best part is, and the best part is, after all of this, using the example I just used, that means if it was literally that, not only did they start the fire, but they filmed themselves starting it. That's the best part. They cause these problems and leave the part where they start the problem in the video. It's like using the example I used, them filming themselves starting the fire. And then they go out there, and when they ask them to step away from the burning building, they complain. These guys are so horrible.
Put it in, huh? That's how scared you are of a damn flashlight. The homie right here even asked for your dog's name, and you're just ignoring him like he ain't nothing. Look at that. You just treat us like if we're nothing. You're the public servant. Don't forget that. Get closer. Good. Look at these guys.
Did you guys see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? If you saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I wish that cop would just if you saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't want to describe it because if you haven't seen the movie, that would be a major spoiler. So I'm not going to explain what happens. But when Brad Pitt says to his dog, ooh, I wish the cop would do that here. Oh, man.
You think that officer gives a shit about a complaint? These guys, man, I wish he would let Cujo free.
You know, and I don't understand how anybody could think these guys are any kind of tough guys either. I can't wait to make a complaint. I love making complaints. All right, Karen.
Yeah, right?
But seriously, that stuff is, people throw that word around, but really, I've only seen one, and I've only seen one in these videos today, and that's the Frauditors, man.
No.
Talking about, I love making complaints. Get out of here, boy.
Scary cat over here called it in. He's a tyrant, dog. He's a tyrant. He's a tyrant. Armstrong is a tyrant.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna need you to
Whatever, man. What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
Armstrong 3699.
3699?
To Monica. Okay, we're conducting a SWAT operation.
Yeah. I hope your dad sees this. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
Come on.
Let's go. I'll go with you.
I'm telling you, you need to follow
There's
him
nothing
now.
solidified right here.
Okay.
There's nothing
This is an
solidified.
active SWAT operation and investigation.
There's nothing
You need
solidified.
to head down to Monica.
You're a Nazi, man.
Come on, Hector. Head
You're
down
a
to Monica.
Nazi. There's nothing
Come on,
solidified.
Hector. Come on, dude.
There's
Down
nothing
to Monica.
solidified.
Down to Monica.
There's nothing solidified.
Down to
Call your
Monica.
sergeant.
Down
I'm
to Monica.
requesting a sergeant.
Yeah, we'll have a supervisor meet with you when we can. Come on.
Nazi. Get out of here. That's crazy. You know, I bet these guys are all former gang members or actual gang members.
It doesn't take much to notice what a gang member is, fool. Just listen to the way he talks, fool. You will notice right away, fool.
Down to Monica, dude.
I'll go with you guys. I'll go with you guys.
Come on.
I'll go with you guys.
Come on.
Look it. There's no tape still.
Gonna
No
hurt you.
tape.
Come on.
No tape.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm giving you a lawful command and an order.
Nah, you're a
You are
rookie.
currently
You're a
obstructing our
rookie.
investigation.
You've done this before.
So you need to go back. You
You've
do
done
not-
this before.
You do not have to put up tape.
Hey, Bill,
sir.
control
Let's go.
him. I already remember
Let's
I
go.
warned you about Armstrong. Don't put your hands on me.
Hector, listen.
Look
I'm
at
giving you a lawful
look at
order.
it. Bill, I've already warned you about him. Right? I'm
All the
walking
way to
with you.
Monica.
Go put the
All the way
tape
to
up.
Monica. I'm trying.
Bill, go put the tape up, Bill.
I got to put up pass or
Go
when
put
you
the
already
tape
go.
up.
I
What's
will.
your badge number?
3656.
All right, cool. Why are you guys hesitating to put the tape up?
See, here's another thing. These guys love to bitch and moan and scream and holler and complain about wasted money and wasted resources. Now, I know police tape isn't the most expensive thing in the world, but instead of just doing their job and then moving on, every single time anything happens, They have to put up tape now. Because if they don't, these guys are going to come in where they don't belong. And when the cop says, please back up, they're not going to do it. If there's no tape, I don't have to move. So now, every time any cop does anything, they have to stop what they're doing to put up tape first. They can't focus on doing the job. They have to stop and tape it up first because there's a slight possibility that some douchebag with the camera might show up. That's the world you asshats want to live in? Choking somebody to death. We got to stop her. Wait, let's put up the crime scene tape first. Yeah, and then the frauditors will complain about them wasting it. Exactly. Yeah. When she touched me, baby, what till I got? Lives just like a volcano. That's how I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. I'm not going to bring out the Elvis gnome. He doesn't come out till the end, and everyone will be like, show's over? No, not yet. Not yet. Soon, but not yet. Yeah.
We're trying to put it up.
Well, let's go. I'll walk with you guys. Look at this guy.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, Hector.
You're a Nazi, man.
Come on, Hector.
You know that?
Come on.
You're a Nazi.
Come on, bro.
Let's
You
go.
need to keep walking. You're not walking.
There's no law that says I have to walk fast.
Delaying my investigation.
There is no law that says that I have to walk fast,
You're
okay?
obstructing my duties.
No,
right
I'm
now.
not.
Yes,
No,
you
I'm
are. You're in
not. Just
violation
because
of
you can't
Penal Code
focus, just because
148.
you can't focus
Come on.
is not my problem.
Come on.
Just because you can't focus is not my problem.
Come on.
I mean, what an utter piece of shit. Here's a gentleman on the SWAT team prepared to risk his life to help save someone else's. And this guy here thinks, oh, it's not my problem. You can't concentrate on protecting the neighborhood.
Yeah, and you know what, guy? They created laws for that. It's called obstruction. When you don't let a cop focus on his job, you're obstructing him from doing his duties, and there's a law against that, sir. So I would want you to continue doing that just so we can arrest you for it. And thanks for collecting the evidence for us on your camera.
Amen.
Go ahead, check the penal code. Find me where it says the law, the tape
whatever.
needs to be.
Yeah,
you don't even know the law.
Yeah, I've been doing this. All my cases have been dropped.
Come on.
I would love to do something, Armstrong. You're another.
Come on, keep walking. Keep walking.
Hey, I don't have to walk fast. Don't touch it.
You need to go back to Monica.
Hey, use of force.
I'm
use
literally
of force. Call your
giving
sergeant.
you
Call your
lawful
sergeant.
order and command.
Use of
You need
force.
to walk back.
I need to put a complaint on you.
Okay, that's fine. I'll
Why are you
get you a
touching me?
supervisor. Come on.
Why are you touching me?
You are currently delaying and
I don't have to
obstructing
walk
my
fast.
investigation.
I don't have to
You are
walk fast.
delaying me
There's
right
no
now.
law that says
You are
that.
delaying me
No,
right
I'm
now.
not.
I have the radio in my ear. I need
Good.
to
Call
go
your
somewhere.
sergeant. Call your
You're gonna get a
sergeant.
supervisor. Come on.
Go ahead.
Keep going.
I need a use of force on you.
See how your partner is walking?
Yeah.
That is how you should
No,
be.
I
This is
don't. There's no
complete
law.
delay.
There's
Come
no
on,
law.
Hector.
How many times have
Come
you
on,
done this
Hector.
to somebody?
Come on, Hector.
How many times have you unlawfully arrested somebody?
Come on, Hector.
Huh?
Come on, Hector.
I would love for you to do something.
What is that? Seriously. What is it about these guys and the law? Now, here's the thing. I get the idea of like the law and law enforcement and this and that in general. Okay, fine. But why does it always have to be the law? In other words, like, why can't you be nice to someone just because you're being nice? Why does it have to be the law? Like, you want them to start making morality law? That's what you're looking for? You want it to be law that you have to be polite to people? Because I'm not going to be polite because that's not the law. What law says I have to be nice? So you want us to start making laws forcing people to be nice to each other? That's what you want? How do these people not understand that their actions are making laws that are actually going against the stuff that They're fighting against something that doesn't exist, and they're creating it. Step back. What law is that? It's not a law. It's common sense. It's using your brain if you had one, which is why we say you guys are idiots. Because if you were smart, you would know and understand that if the cops are in the middle of doing something, maybe it's important. Like, they've been brainwashed into believing, well, no, they don't. They're idiots, and they know better, and they do it on purpose. But it's like the idea of it, right? It's like they've been brainwashed into believing that if there's 50 cops there, and there's a dude who's in the house raping children and shooting people with his pew-pew and murdering people and burying their bodies in the backyard, that the cops are supposed to not do anything. Because all the cops ever do is corrupt and tyrannical and stealing money from people and extortion. So there's no possible way that the cops could be there to stop the guy who's up there with the guns and the murders and the raids. No, it can't be that. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to give them a hard time to make them not worry about dealing with the horrible, evil, rotten stuff that's going on and deal with me instead. Because that's not the law. Basic common courtesy. Basic human decency. Basic common sense. These things are not laws. They are unspoken rules of a civilized society. Let me repeat that for all of you douche canoes who are too stupid to understand. Respect, kindness, basic human decency, empathy, common sense. These are not laws. You're right, they're not. They are unspoken rules of a civilized society. You live in a world of other people. If you cannot do that, if you cannot function in a society where you have to deal with other people, go live in the woods somewhere. Go off grid. Go do your own thing. Move to Montana. And if you want to be around other people with no laws, move to Portland. You got options, homie. You don't have to torture innocent people by victimizing them with your, I'm a frauditer, I'm a First Amendment activist. No, you're not. You're a butterbrain douche canoe. That's what you are. We, the people, are the people who hate you guys. We, the people, are the ones that are always fighting against you guys. Every video you walk into these places and the customers, get that camera out of my face. You think that means you have the support of the general public? They'll always make the argument that I exaggerate about the pepper spraying thing. Not that they do it, but they'll say that every time they were justified. That every time the person they pepper sprayed deserved it. Well, wait a minute. If we, the people, are who you're fighting for, if we, the people, support what you're doing because you're a hero for their rights, how come there are so many of them attacking you to the point that you feel you have to pepper spray them? We, the people, hate what you guys are doing. We, the people, despise you scumbags. We, the people, don't want you to do what you're doing. We don't want you fighting for our rights because you're not. You're fighting for your paycheck. You're fighting for your clout. You're fighting for your adrenaline rush. You guys are bull. You guys are caca. You guys are bull caca. Deb Beasley, what's up? Minimum bystander distance 25 feet beginning July 1st. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Because with cameras these days, you can zoom in even on your damn phone. You don't need to be standing right there to get footage. You don't need to talk to get footage. You don't need to scream and holler at the cop and accuse him and call him names to get footage. That's always the problem, every single frickin' time. You're mad at me because I'm filming and you're afraid of a camera? It's not your filming, it's your frickin' mouth! But I have the First Amendment right to say whatever I want. Oh, yeah? Put the camera down. Go into the ghetto and start talking like Brooklyn Audits or Easy Cameras On. See if you survive the night. Have a what? There it is. Have a pepper. Oh, shut up! Wait, no, wait. Have a pepper spray of your own and just say you felt threatened when you spray them. Well, that's just it. It's like, and it goes back to the whole Easy Cameras On thing, right? He knocked that woman out because she spit on him, so that makes it okay. Let me ask you something. What does it say about you as a person? Like, what do we learn about your personality? Even if we gave him that, which I don't. But even if we gave him that, even if we gave him, if somebody spits on you, they deserve to be sucker punched in the back of the head. Because spitting is that horrible. Again, I don't give him that, but let's say we did for the sake of argument. Even if we did give him that, what does it say about his personality in general? Because if I was in a position where I had to punch someone in the back of the head like that, I'm not even sure morally if I could bring myself, especially if it's a woman, to put enough into that punch to actually knock her out. I would pull my punch. I'd hold back. So the fact that he goes full bore and punches her without hesitation hard enough to knock her out, what does that say about him as a person? What does that say about the type of person he is, that he even is physically capable of taking that action? And then a man comes up to him and he pulls his stainless steel safety glove out. Okay, so you can do that to a woman, but when it's a guy, you got to use a weapon? What does that say of the type of person, the type of psychology, the type of evil, disgusting, demonic entity we're dealing with here? Why am I bringing up Easy Cameras On? He's an extreme example, so it's an easy example of the mentality of these people in general. That's why when Here's the Deal came out against Brooklyn for stealing an orange, but came up in favor of Easy for knocking the woman out because, well, she spit on him. She had it coming. This is the mentality of these people. This is the mentality of these people. But it doesn't apply to all of them. Yeah, but look at their leaders, their gurus. People like Here's the Deal. You're going to come down on the orange thief because he filmed himself stealing the orange. But at the same time, you're going to say what Here's the Deal did was okay because she spit on him, so she deserved to get knocked out. This is the mentality of these people. No matter what extreme you go to, if you're a frauditor, there's something wrong with the way you think for you to think that that's a good idea in the first place. Whether you're the lightest top of the barrel, like they always say, like with Long Island Audit, he's obviously not as vicious or as brutal as someone like freaking Media. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen Long Island Audit ever pepper spray anyone. I don't even know if he carries pepper spray. Meanwhile, Casey Camera Boy's got on a flak jacket and carries a taser and the pepper spray and wears a mask and like a freaking helmet. Because he's ready to fight. And him and SGV, and they're pepper spraying everybody. Freaking media. So, whether you're talking about your Amagansett, who actually does pepper spray a lot of old ladies too, whether you're talking about your what they consider the top guy, Long Island Audit, all the way to the bottom with like SGV News and people like that, and everything in between, all the frauditors all have the same basic mental problem. Different extremes of it, like Tones overthinks its Venn diagram is a brilliant way to describe it. But they all fall in the overall area of they think that doing this in and of itself is a good idea to begin with. Just the fact that this lifestyle is attractive to someone illustrates that there's something wrong with that someone to begin with. Well, what if somebody thinks this seems like a good idea, but then they later find out and realize that, like the actual truth behind it, and they realize we're right? Yeah. It's called Ironton Auditor. It's called Big West. It's called Mark Stout. People who actually do figure out, hey, wait a minute. This shit ain't right. I need to stop doing this crap. It does happen. It can happen. It has happened. They are definitely all narcissists. And on top of that, I'm a firm believer that many of them suffer from adult oppositional defiance disorder, which is a legitimate thing. I want to thank everybody for joining me once again. Love you guys so much. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate all of you every day, every time. Best fans in the world. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to join me and my co-host Frauditor News Network this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time when our guest is Takedown, Exposing Frauditors. Oh my goodness, $2 for Greg Jonick. Stress relief taser time. Let's go.
Hey, well, he was just about to wrap up the show, and now I thought I was not going to get tased again. But then, no, you had the super chat, didn't you? Oh, no. Thanks a lot, Greg.
And then on Saturday, June 3rd, ladies and gentlemen, according to Age is going to be here. And then on June 10th, Frauditor Wrangler. June 17th, round 2 of the ever-growing saga between News Now Voodoo and Black Heart Night. And then on June 24th, ladies and gentlemen, our guest is going to be Katie Zed. And then on July 1st, both Dan and Becca from the Welsh News Network will be here. July 8th, Debos Nation. July 15th, Miss Mandy 777's gonna be here. July 22nd, Mark the Sarcastic Law Student. And then on July 29th, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the one and only, the queen herself, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. And on August 5th, one of the new guys in town, Frauditor Roundup, is going to be here. $10 for Maserati 5000 GT. Good show. Good show, my mate. Good show. And here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the show. And so, with all that being said, thank you all once again. I love you guys. Oh my goodness gracious me. All right. I almost don't want to go, but I got stuff to do. I got to take care of some business. And so, that being said, love you guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Oh, yeah, all shook up.